dangerous. Get dangerous. Shameless. Basic. Shameless. Get dangerous. That's my.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Monday, my friends. Hope everybody had a great week and great weekend. Hope you guys were able to get lots of flight time in. Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Fatu, good to see you. IYR, good to see you. JJ, good to see you. Azrito, good to see you. Davis, good to see you. Summer, good to see you. Bryant, good to see you. AJ, welcome, got you. Anthony, good to see you. Yuckfu, good to see you. Grant, good to see you. College Dude, welcome. Max Bedcraft, good to see you. Captain EDM, good to see you. Captain Jarrett, good to see you. Leonard Grant, welcome. Benjamin, good to see you. 49 Whiskey, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Skyworker, welcome. Greg Elwell, good to see you. Tenured Amoba, good to see you back, my friend. Captain UK, good to see you. Snaps, welcome. Maxence, good to see you. G-Mark, good to see you. Jeff, good to see you. Vaj, good to see you. Seb, good to see you. Mr. Codbeast, welcome. Atif, good to see you. Captain, sorry, got you. Huskers, welcome back, my friend. Hope you're doing well. J-Boss, good to see you. Crimson, good to see you. Alan, good to see you. Precise, good to see you. Bagels, welcome back. Thomas, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back, dude. LAX, good to see you flying into LAX today. Natural Born Keeler, good to see you as well, my friend. Welcome back. Mike, good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great meeting last night, Mike. If this doesn't get us all excited for World Flight, I don't know what does, man, right? Mike Fly South, good to see you. Welcome back. Hope all's well. Snipe, good to see you. Severi, good to see you. Hemo, good to see you. Cody, good to see you. Faraz, good to see you as well. Welcome aboard, friends. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. We are here in Vancouver, where we left off yesterday. We did a flight from Toronto to Vancouver. If you missed that one, you're going to want to go check the replay out on that one. It was a great flight. I think we just shy of 4.5 hours all the way from Toronto to Vancouver. So it was a really fun flight, really great flight, beautiful visuals coming in over the Rocky Mountains, clear skies as well. It was real nice. So good to see you. The flight time for today, I think we're scheduled at just over 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours and 22 minutes. 222. 2 hours and 22 minutes is today's flight time down to LAX. Not going to be crazy long. Not going to be crazy short either, but, you know, after yesterday's 6-hour-ish stream. So, get excited for it. We're going to have to, quite the group down there, man. Should be a blast? Hell yeah, dude. It definitely will be. I think the biggest thing that we're going to have to do is kind of just figure out Airbnbs, man, because I've been doing a lot of research, Mike. Like, at the most, I think, like, reasonably priced, you're looking at, like, a 6-bedroom. Coming in roughly around 2,500, $3,000. So if we could split that 6 ways, it's definitely cheaper than doing a hotel, man. I mean, the hotel, I think Rookie was saying, the hotel, the cheapest he can find is like $175 a night. And let's be real, we probably don't want to stay in the cheapest hotel that they could find, right? No offense to no offense at all. I know Rookie's just trying to do his part, trying to find us, but I'd rather spend a little bit extra and not stay at the cheapest hotel that we can find around, right? So Airbnb is usually the way to go. So I think we just need to figure out who wants to stay, who wants to stay where, what wants to do what. Personally, I don't care. I'd like to obviously stay with my team. I've got Flyboy and Dan Barry coming down. Maybe Kevin as well. Kevin's on the fence. I think it all depends on if he can get the time off from work. But I'd obviously like to stay with those guys. And then obviously we've got a couple more. There's a bunch of 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms. So yeah. Shivam, welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well, man. From India. Good to see you, dude. Welcome, welcome. MV, good to see you as well. We're talking about World Flight. So World Flight in November down at Fly with Rookie in LA. We're doing the World Flight where we fly around the world in 7 days for charity. I believe it's for Orbis. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's for Orbis. So yeah, it's really, really cool, man. It's going to be awesome. How was the expo? Sorry, I missed out working hard flying all around Europe. Expo was great, man. Yeah. Expo was great, man. Might hit you guys up. We'll see then. Sounds good, man. Sounds good, Mike. Just let me know, dude. You seem to get along perfectly fine with everybody at the expo, so I don't see that being an issue, man. Let me know. Like I said, dude, we don't feel bad if like we're not your first choice. Like if you want to stay with Jeff and Ryan and like those guys, or I don't know what Maverick's doing. I guess like Maverick probably isn't getting, because like doesn't Maverick live around there anyways, like half hour or 40 minutes away or something. So yeah. Azrito, thanks so much, man, for the $2 donation. I appreciate you. Says on tower for you today. Enjoy the ATC. Have fun. Awesome, man. Thanks for jumping on and giving us tower, dude. It'll make getting out of here that much easier. With that, chat, you can obviously see we're already boarding the airplane. So let's go ahead and jump inside the aircraft. I would like to report that I have got the sound pack working. So I do have the Gen X FT Sim sound packs working. You guys were 100% correct. I was not using the proper sound pack yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. I always tell people read the readmes. I don't know what, like the FT Sim pack that I downloaded did not have a readme in it. And then I downloaded another one last night. This one, and this 100% has the actual info, and it shows you everything that you need to do and what you need to do. How you have to move this into your community folder, how you have to open up the layout.json and Notepad, and then you need to remove some files and stuff. You delete and delete. Anyways, this wasn't there when I first downloaded the sound pack, so I don't know what FT Sim sound pack I downloaded, but anyways, we're good to go. When is the next Southwest? Maybe next week. This week coming up, we've got the Airbus back in Europe, so maybe the following week when we come back in. So, yeah. I am from what country? I will let you have a guess of where I am from. Yeah. Orbis International SoCal Cruise Charity for World Flight. Awesome. Very, very cool. Hey, Cap. Currently doing EGGL to Boston, and the 787-10 have a great addition to Microsoft. It is, for sure. Yeah. It is for sure, man. Yep. Moff Jam, good to see you, man. Bradley, good to see you as well. When are we back in X-Plane? Don't hold your breath, man. Don't hold your breath, dude. I will go back to X-Plane when I feel that X-Plane is ready for us. In its current state right now, I still think that X-Plane 12 is a step backwards from X-Plane 11. Sure, on paper, there are some things that that would make X-Plane 12 better, but yeah, no, it's no thank you, man. I'm not interested, dude. Not interested in supporting that type of behavior and that type of developer right now. Cool. First things first, let's go to the overhead. We'll get the master battery switch to the on position. That'll bring the aircraft to life. Beautiful. Let's get the external power left side and right sides all on. That was weird. It wasn't turning on. There we go. We've got that on. Beautiful. Let's go and get the power door on. We'll get the window heats on. Good. Fuel pumps can stay off. That's good. You can already hear the hydraulics humming from this sound pack. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's get some brightness up here on some overheads. We'll get our nav and our logo lights on. Beautiful. Flip everything over here to the auto position. We'll get the seatbelts to auto as well. We might as well. Packs can come on. We'll get the recirc fan upper on as well. Packs are in auto, so it's perfectly fine. Everything looks good up there with that. Wonderful. Happy with all of that. Good. We'll go all the way up top. We'll make sure that our adheres are set left side and right side. Beautiful. Captain Skytime, thanks so much for 9 months, man. Really do appreciate you, man. Thank you very, very much. It's 9 months in a blink of an eye. It's so crazy. Love this plane. Plus, what the sound pack? FT Sim sound pack. FT Sim. Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful, man. We use his sound packs for a bunch of other applications, not just for this aircraft, but FT Sim is the sound pack that you're looking for. I've adjusted my view here, guys, because I noticed yesterday it felt like we were like dive bombing and stuff like that. So I've adjusted the view slightly, so we'll see if that helps. We'll see if that works. It should work out to be a little bit better. So cool. Let's come down here. First thing is first, we're going to go to our pause in it. We're obviously sitting on the ground here in Vancouver. as where we left off yesterday. CYVR, we'll throw that into there. We'll set our GPS
yes,
position.
The motel. That's where you take the one night strange.
Oh,
Just
yes.
make sure you take a long shower afterwards, hot water,
Oh,
and
man.
probably don't want to keep the clothes either.
This guy. CYVR, we're going over to LAX. KLAX. Beautiful. We'll throw that in there. C2A, thank you very much for support, man. I really do appreciate you. Do I live in Toronto? No, I live in Ottawa. Ottawa. We are Air Canada 554 today. This is a real world ops, but they're operating it in the MAX 8 now. They used to do it in the 787-800, this and down to San Francisco. But I think since they've incorporated the MAX into the fleet, they're doing a lot of the MAX now. Cool. That all looks good. I'm happy with all of this. That is perfectly fine. Let's go to our weight and balance now. And let's start loading the aircraft accordingly. All right. So according to SimBrief, we need 18,000 kilograms of fuel. So look for 18,000. 18,000 is probably going to be about 9 in each is what we should be looking for. I saw like 9.1. There we go. We'll go 9.1. That should give us 18,000 kilograms of fuel, if my math is correct. Yes, it is. Good. It's like 18.3, 18.2, so that's good. And we're looking for a tow weight today of 164. 164 on our tow weight. There it is, right about there. 164.2, we'll call that a great number. Cool. It's showing 164.1, so that's perfectly fine. So 18% fuel, 29% load on the aircraft, lots of passengers today. CG weight, I think I'm just going to bump this up here. We'll do it about 30 is like I did yesterday. That seemed to feel really good on the airplane. So we use 30% CG as well, and there we go. Everything's looking great. Cool. So we can come down here. We can go to our NITREF. We can plug in some numbers here. 146 on the zero fuel weight. That looks good. It's showing 145.9 for me, so 146 is pretty much dead on what we need. We're going to leave all that blank for now. We do have ATC online, so we're going to tune to Vancouver Tower on 18.7. Just going to have a quick little look here at the ATIS as well, just so I know what to expect and what we can expect for departures and arrivals. So we're looking at the ATIS here. We've got ATIS information Bravo. Winds are 09012, gusting 18. Few at 3,500, few at 6,000, few at 12,000. Altimeter 3001. RNAV visual, runway 8 left, landing ILS runway 8 left, departing 8 left, and 8 right. So I guess we'll expect one of the 8s, probably 8 left or 8 right for departure. I wouldn't, maybe 8 right I would assume would probably be the one, but we'll call up ATC and we'll figure this all out here in a sec. All right, that's good. That's set. You can come off. Beautiful. And we can work on... I am using Volante again, chat, if you do want to add me up. We are using Volante again. That's good. That's good. We'll open up our charts as well. Pin you. Good. And we'll see what he gives us for our departure. It's probably going to be the Vancouver 1 or something like that. Go ahead and bug that up.
Westjet 141, was that you calling?
Yeah.
Westjet 141 cleared to Los Angeles, Vancouver 2 departure, flight plan routes. Departure runway 08 left, squawk 5153.
Can you repeat that?
Westjet 141 cleared to Los Angeles,
Mr. Max,
Vancouver
how are
2
you, my friend?
departure,
Good to
flight
see you,
plan
dude.
routes.
Did you get some cookies at
Departure
the
runway 08 left, squawk 5153.
the DoubleTree? I've heard they got really good cookies, Max, but I didn't get any. They offered me cookies when I checked in, but I wasn't hungry. I'd just gone to Raising Cane's. Good to see you, Max. I hope you're doing well, man. I watched your Bermuda video the other night. Fantastic content as always. Chat, if you don't know who Max is, come on now. Exclamation point C Max in chat. When the man has his own command here, when he has his own Nightbot command, you know he's a big deal. So there's a link to Max's channel if you haven't seen that. Citation Max, great friend of the channel, great human being, great person. Somehow taller than me as well. I only have 60 gigs left on my 1 terabyte SSD, which is dedicated to Microsoft P3D and X-Fine 11. I need more space for future updates and add-ons. What would you recommend to do? I would say get a nice 4 terabyte SSD and start putting some things over, man. Yeah. DoubleTree cookies are the best. I should have gone back and got some. Yeah. Guy's built like a fridge from the 1950s. I wouldn't even, he's a big boy, man. Max could have been like a basketball, football player. I truly feel like he also could have been any one of those. Not only is he a great
Western
pilot, but he
141,
could have been a
reback
great
correct.
football
Push to start
star
your discretion, call
or a
me for
baseball
taxi.
star or something. A pitcher.
Got it.
With that size, that height, should have been a pitcher, Max. Vancouver Tower, very good morning, Air Canada 554 with info, Bravo, IFR to LAX, please.
Air Canada 554, Vancouver Tower, good morning, clear to Los Angeles, Vancouver 2 departure, then flight planned routes, departure runway 08 left, squawk 5117.
Right, Air Canada 554 is cleared into Los Angeles on the Vancouver 2 departure, departing 8 left, squawk 5117.
Air Canada 554, readback is correct, push and start your discretion and contact me for taxi.
Let's show me to taxi. Thanks so much, Air Canada 554. All right, cool, sweet. We got our clearance. All of that's looking great. We know what to expect. Let's do it, chat. Let's come down here. We'll go to departures. We're going to be on the Vancouver 2 departure out of runway 8 left. We'll go ahead and execute that. Beautiful. Go to our route tab. Go to next tab. Good. Unfortunately, we don't have SimBrief integration. I really hope that this is something that the Kuro team's going to end up adding into this in the future, is the one tap. I feel like we've been spoiled having SimBrief integration, and now when you go back to an airplane that doesn't have it, you're just like, oh my god, this sucks. I have to put in every single waypoint. So we're going to go to Seattle. Good. It's going to be the Seattle VOR, and then from there we're jumping on some airways. We're going to Juliet 5, and we're going to take that to Juliet 5. Thank you. We're going to take that to Suma. Good. We'll bop that in there. Good. Suma direct to. Why has it got? Okay, no, that's fine. Direct to FRA. Good. And then from FRA, I think it's going to be this one. Hold on. Let me just confirm with that. FRA is going to be 38 North. Yeah, it's going to be that one. Okay, so we'll select that one. Good. And then from FRA, we're jumping on Juliet 7. Good. Okay. I don't know why it's taking long to put those in. Up to Reberg. I thought it was Redberg, but it's definitely Reberg. REB. RG. Good. Reberg. Good. We'll go and execute that. Good. And then we're jumping on our arrival. It's got us in for 24 right, which makes sense. So we'll come down here. We'll go to arrivals. Index arrivals. Good. We're going to be on the Ironman 2 arrival. Ironman 2. There it is right there. Beautiful. With the Reberg transition. And we're going to expect ILS 24 right. And we can take that via... If we open up our charts and we have a quick little look-see here, it's going to take us all the way out to Gatto. And then from Gatto, if we go to LAX and we go to approaches, we can come here to our ILS 24 right. We'll pin that. We'll have a quick little look-see here, and it looks like the... what are my options? We should probably take it via like Mercy. Is Mercy even an option? What do you give me for my options? It says Circus, Livin, and Seaview. Circus, Seaview, where's Livin? We'll take it via Livin. That's perfectly fine. So we'll go to Livin, good, and we'll execute that. Beautiful. We'll go to legs. We'll scroll through here. We'll make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities or anything like that, which we don't. Everything looks great to me. Beautiful. Cool. Sweet. We'll leave that like that. We'll go back to our NitRef tab. Reserves. What do we have for fuel today? We had 18,000, so we're going to go reserves. We'll go with 5. Should be fine. Cruise altitude today wants us up at flight level 410. Yes, max altitude for this aircraft, although it should be 43,000 feet. 410 until Kuro goes and fixes it. That's fine. Cost index today will be 55. We'll go ahead and execute that. Beautiful. Everything looks good there. We'll go to our thrust limits today. D-rate is a little bit too heavy, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go 88.3. I'll aim for like 85. Something like that should be good. We'll go to takeoff. We're going to do a flaps 15 degrees for departure. Thrust takeoff will go 55 degrees. That's good. CG weight 23 degrees. Sorry, 23%, which gives us a trim value of 4.5. And then we've got our V-speeds here, 30, 33, and 44. Beautiful. We'll bump you to legs. Everything looks good there. I'm happy with all of that. That is great. That is all set up. Wonderful, chat. Baggage is already on board, and we're just waiting for the final 31 passengers to board, chat. So because all the baggage is on, let's go ahead and spool up the APU, and you're going to notice immediately, listen how different these APU sounds are. Immediately. As soon as I did the sound pack yesterday, I fired up the APU and started the engines just to make sure that everything was working well. Good. How's the scenery on performance? Great. You can see down here I'm getting mid-40s. For such a big airport on VATSIM, no complaints, man. Yeah. Just downloaded the Kuro 77, going to do YYZ to Boston test flight. Nice. Awesome. It's a great little test sector. Aviation Blaze, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Captain Riyadh, good to see you as well, man. The aircraft is a freeware. It is a freeware, but I also like to point out you do need the base premium deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Simulator for this aircraft to work. So if you don't have the 787 by default in the simulator, it won't work, unfortunately. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Captain Carolina, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Are you going to land this thing as great as the 78X? Oof, we'll see, man. I don't know. So I have to do a reinstall and everything onto the new SSD, or can I both simultaneously? Second should be internal. Well, if you, I wouldn't say put everything new on a hard drive. I would just say get a new hard drive and then start linking your folders, right? So very similar to like what I do. I have I have my community folder, but I also have another hard drive where I store all my scenery, and I just hard shell link extension to it. So, yeah. Kuro 77, honestly, this one, man, I feel like it's tweaked better in an essence. It's kind of hard to explain unless like you fly it, but I just feel like it's better. Okay, we're just waiting for the last couple passengers here. Last passenger, one more passenger to go, chat. And we're pushing ourselves back. There we go. Passengers on board. Seatbelt signs on. Good. Ding 'em. Cool. Let's go for GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. Not wasting any time today, chat. Sorry, it was a 777? What's that? Yesterday, a water tanker truck caught fire and burned the crap out of an Air Canada. Really? Damn, what's going on, dude? There's some crazy stuff going on. And then the what was it, in Dublin? The airplane, the door sheared off or something like that. Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff going on right now. Transponder, we need our squawk code in here, chat. Squawk code was 511-5117. We'll throw that into there.
Hello,
beautiful.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Cool. Captain Mahmoud, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Am I going to try out P3D V6? Absolutely not. Hello? When have you ever seen P3D on this channel, my friend? Never, never, never. The jet bridge collapsed and took the door off. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy. You're on the 777 Saudi cargo flight from New York to JFK Riyadh on Infinite Flight. Very cool, man. Enjoy.
Departure check.
Hope you have a great time, man.
Bypass pin inserted.
Beautiful. Let's see what they're going to do for the pushback here today. God, I love this livery on the 787, man. I wish they just kept the 787s in this livery. I feel like this is, like, fitting. Although, I do love the new livery. There's something just iconic about the 787-800 in this livery. It's beautiful. Oh, she's going to put the gear pin all the way in the back again. Yeah. So we definitely need an update. There is a GSX profile that I have, but apparently the gear pin should be going here and not there. But, yeah, we all know that. The FT Sim Cruise cabin sounds is better than any payware. They are pretty well. I do agree, yeah. Nose right facing southeast on taxiway Juliet Bravo. Nose left facing east. No, we want to be facing southeast. Yes, locking gear. Old livery, new livery. I prefer the new livery, but that's just me. Yeah. Joining you today, WestJet for today. Let's have some amazing flights. Nice snaps. Enjoy, man. I like the new one. Toothpaste was, man. I think the toothpaste looks good on certain aircraft. I do agree that the new one on the 320s, the 220s, the Maxes, the new livery is just spot on. It's absolutely perfect in my opinion. But I do think that the toothpaste just is so iconic on some of the liveries that I'm like, oof, don't change it. Don't change it. And probably, well, I don't know if they will, but I know their 800s are old. The 787-800s they've had for quite a while now. Initial climb on the Vancouver 2 departure. Standard instrument departures, Vancouver 2. I believe it is runway heading. Just says by ATC. Does not say climb. Didn't say any info here, so... Just says by ATC, so I'm just going to plug in 10,000. That should be fine. Runway heading 7,000. Wait, where did you see that? Am I missing something here? I know it's runway heading. Departure control passing 4,000. Okay, we got that. Select transponder. That's transponder. Initial climb. Maintain 7,000 or assigned. Expect radar vectors. Got you. Thank you. 7,000 it is. Awesome. Cool. Let's go ahead and release the park brakes.
Commencing
Beacon lights on.
All engines clear.
Pushes on us, so we're good to go. Now, once again, I am using the FT Sim sound pack, so I do know that you can start both engines at the same time, but we're not going to be doing that today. Please don't push back at the same time, everybody. Just don't. It's going to be an absolute clusterfuck if we do. Let's go ahead and get engine number 2 to start. I'll turn the sounds up. If you got headphones on, a couple screws might come rattling loose because these are loud. Enjoy. Have you used the Field Air Dubai scenery? No, it's not very good. Just use the default, man. When do you turn packs on? It depends what airplane you're flying. A lot of these modern jets, you don't need that. Packs will go auto and stuff like that. You're not doing both so we can hear each one. Yes, exactly. I mean, listen to that. You can tell we're running a sound pack today. Are those the GEs? They are. Yes, the GE Gen X. There they are. Just put your subwoofer right next to your face. A little bit of rattle. Don't have the deluxe version, so forced to get by the Field Air Dubai. Ah, okay, gotcha. Not the worst, right? I don't know, man. I just have Field Air. It's not. I don't know, man. They're just not. Their scenery is just so subpar for what they charge. All right, engine number 1. Start. Run. There we go. Do you use any default Asobo airports? Sometimes, Cap Nolan. Depends. I am a scenery snob. I am sponsored by a lot of companies as well, so I get to showcase scenery for you guys. So for the most part, I do have a lot of payware sceneries and stuff. So, traveling with Woodrow on Wednesday and not happy to sit on a Dash 8 100. Ah, dude, enjoy it, man. The Dash 8s are beautiful. Amazing airplanes. Don't get sucked into the engine, sir. It's very close. Excuse me.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Excuse me. Air Canada 77s run GEs? Yes, they do. Yep. Hey, Cap, you ever heard about the new airline called Lynx? I have, yeah. Incoming loss on Air Canada on the ramp worker's mistake. I mean, he did it to himself. Flaps 15 degrees. Flap sound, everything's completely different. By the way, Cap, your ident is wrong because you're using G engines, but it says Trent. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. You can't change it. It's just what it says in there, man. Don't worry about that. It's all about the sound set. That's all that matters. Okay, cool. Upstairs on the overhead, everything looks great. APU goes off. Everything looks good over there. Taxi light can come on, and we'll go ahead and get out of the way of these guys. So park brake off. I'm going to pull forward just so slightly, just so I can get out of the way of these guys. Cam, I got the Kuro mod for Microsoft. However, the engine has issues where the engines stutter between 30 and 50% power. Do you have any advice? I don't know. Montreal had a rampy lose a leg. The jet bridge ran over him. When the hell was this?
Whiskey Lima Yankee, sir. Change that runway to 08 left for departure, sorry.
Roger, we'll expect
All right, we're coming out of the ramp. Where are we?
We're ready for taxi.
Short of Juliet.
Yankee, runway 08
Juliet
left,
Charlie, short of
002,
Juliet.
taxi via Alpha Hotel, Mike 10, cross runway 26 left.
All right.
And we'll start runway 08 left.
Get out of the way of these guys. They can all
Alpha
push
Hotel,
back.
Mike 10, cross 26 left,
Beautiful.
08 left, Whiskey Lima Yankee.
Getting an error that my emergency lights are not armed.
Westjet 1696, runway 08 left, altimeter 3002, taxi.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Papa, Mike 10,
Emergency
runway
lights.
08
Where the
left.
hell are my emergency lights? Seatbelt. I don't ever remember turning on emergency lights.
It's going to be Mike and Mike 10.
Anywhere up here? I don't even see them. It's the topmost switch. Upper overhead near window heat. Ah, okay, thank you. Thank you. Close that. Thank you. All right. Vancouver Tower, Canada 554, Juliet Charlie, short of Juliet, ready to taxi, 08 left.
Air Canada 554, runway 08 left, altimeter 3002, taxi via Juliet Charlie, Kilo Victor, Mike 10, hold short, runway 08 left.
Alrighty, Juliet Charlie, Kilo Victor, Mike 10, hold short, 08 left, Air Canada 554. Alright, Juliet Charlie, Kilo, Juliet Charlie Kilo Victor Mike 10. Okay. I think I know what we're doing. Cool. Do you like the 787? I do. Yeah, I love the 787 actually. Gary, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Excited to hear the new sounds? Oh, they will sound good, that's for sure. Alright, let's bug up our heading. It's going to be runway heading, so we can actually take a look-see here. Looks like they're simulating the construction at 08 right. Ah, that would be why we're not getting 08 right. So, runway heading off of here, so it wants us 083. 083. We're going to go flight directors, we're going to go VNAV, and heading cell. Good. Wing flex on this aircraft sim is crazy. It is. Yes, I do agree. I actually think it's a little bit excessive. I've been watching a lot of 787 videos. I think it's a little bit excessive, but it looks great. It really does look great. All right, this is our right turn on to Victor. Yes, and then a left turn on to Mike. Right turn, Victor. Sorry, a little bit quick. 12 knots on that turn. Maybe felt it in the back. Thinking about using Volanta. Does it lower the FPS? I don't think so. As long as you've got enough RAM. I've heard that it uses a lot of RAM in the background. So I think as long as you have enough RAM. I have 32 gigs of RAM, so no real issues. But, yeah. Oh, shit. Wait. Hold on. I can play the safety announcement. Hold on, chat. This is real good. We got this. Hold on. Stream stuff. Where is it? Hold on. There we go. Now we're professional pilots today. I wanted to do this yesterday on the long haul. It's a long safety announcement. Canada. Hold on. Imagine you're sitting in the back.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada. Pour votre
Realism times 10, chat.
Nous vous prions d'écouter attentivement cette brève vidéo.
Realism times 10.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video. Please
you can always close Volanta and always let it work in the background. True.
Under the seat
Yeah.
in front of you.
Yeah.
Veuillez ranger les bagages dans les coffres supérieurs et les bagages plus lourds sur le siège de
for taxi.
Captain Jarrett, 9 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. Reached out floaties to you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the streams, man.
Please say that I am
In
for
preparation for takeoff, make sure you're comfortably seated with your seat back upright and tray table stowed.
24 seconds.
Yeah, chat.
Please say that again, taxi for turn to
For your
Sim is
safety,
unplayable
we
without
must
safety
ensure
announcements.
that your
Correct.
seatbelt light has been turned on, and we suggest wearing it even when the sign is turned off.
Pour votre sécurité, gardez toujours votre ceinture bouclée lorsque la consigne est allumée.
Any way to get the Trents? I mean, I think it's the Trents that are... No, these are the Gen X.
Attachez votre
I don't know.
ceinture et ajustez-la autour de vos hanches.
Western
Pour la
1696
détacher,
The wings are
Airborne
carbon
la
fiber.
partie
Terminal
supérieure de
correction
la
contact
boue ou appuyez sur le bouton.
Western 1696
Fasten your
Airborne
seatbelt
contact
by
center,
adjusting it around your
132.7
hips.
winds,
To release
110
it,
to 18,
lift the upper
clear takeoff
portion
runway
or
08 left.
press on the release button.
For
Air
Airborne
quality
contact
is
center,
important to us.
33.7
That's
runway
why
8
we
left, clear
always
takeoff,
ensure that you enjoy a
59
non-smoking
floating.
environment.
La qualité de l'air est importante pour nous. C'est pourquoi nous tenons à vous offrir un environnement sans fumée. À partir de maintenant,
Now it's a
et
sim and
jusqu'à
not
ce
a
qu'une
game.
annonce soit faite
Exactly.
à l'arrivée, Les appareils électroniques
What's the man? Give her 7 and input.
If you change your livery, it changes the engine type. Ah,
Your portable
there you go.
electronic
Can
devices
we
must be
stop
set
right
to
on
airplane
Juliet,
mode
and you can
until
stop
an
midway
announcement is
between
made of arrival.
hotel
The
and Lima
illustrated
on Juliet.
card in your seat pocket or magazine rack explains
Roger,
the
we'll
many
make
safety
the
features of this
was the right
aircraft.
onto hotel
Please review
for
it
Juliet,
sometime
sorry.
before takeoff.
La carte
Yeah, make that
illustrée
right up
placée
to
dans
Juliet,
la
and then
pochette
you
du
can just
siège
stop right
ou
there.
dans le porte-revue explique les nombreux éléments de
They're kind of
sécurité
54
propres à
line
cet
up and wait
avion.
runway 0
Veuillez en
left behind
prendre
the departing
connaissance
traffic.
avant le décollage.
If there is a need to evacuate the aircraft,
Line up and wait, 08 left behind the
leave
departing
personal
traffic, Air
belongings
Canada
behind and follow the
554.
seat-mounted lighting in the aisle to the nearest emergency
Supposed to change
exit.
according to livery.
S'il fallait
Got you.
évacuer
Okay.
l'avion,
That makes
laissez vos
sense.
effets personnels. Suivez l'éclairage des sièges côté couloir jusqu'à l'issue de secours la plus proche.
There are 4 exits located on each side of the aircraft.
Bonsoir.
All of these are indicated by a green exit sign. Please locate
Tell Tara
the
to have you
one
wait till the
nearest you.
safety briefing is
Il y a
complete.
quelques issues de
Right,
secours de
Childerz.
chaque côté de
All right,
l'appareil.
man.
Elles sont
Hope all is
aussi
well.
avec
The best
personnel.
any airport for someone to start
Veuillez
VATSIM.
repérer celle qui est la plus près.
Depends. Probably one of the smaller
Si
ones.
la pression de la cabine change,
Yeah,
un
I
masque
wouldn't
à
say go to
oxygène
like
minimum
Toronto or
décroche dans le
Montreal or
ballon au-dessus de
Vancouver.
vous.
Pretty busy.
Restez
It
assis.
depends.
Tirez la languette ou le masque vers vous. Utilisez ensuite la bande élastique pour maintenir
What's the
Right,
man?
I
Give
think
everything
he departed.
sorted out. We're ready
et
to go.
respirez normalement.
Yeah, he
Can we
departed.
Activez la
any
lumière
taxi
Good.
Juliet left,
Let's get our landing lights.
Juliet,
Let me turn
Mike,
off
Mike,
strobes,
10
wings.
Blood pressure changes. An oxygen mask or a red tab will drop
Juliet,
from the
Mike,
panel
Mike, 10,
above
hold
you.
short, 0
Remain
left,
seated.
let's do the mag.
Hold the mask or
It's
the
a
tab
game
to pull the
emulator,
mask
exactly.
towards you. Use the support strap to hold the mask over your mouth and nose. Breathe normally to start the flow of oxygen. Always
Breathe
secure
normally
all
to start the
masks
flow of
before
oxygen.
assisting another person. If there is an emergency landing on water, reach under the seat or beside
Immersion
your
broken. You
headrest.
can't hear the
Remove
announcement in the flight
elastic
deck.
band
Oh,
if
well,
required.
we're back
Pull
here.
out
No
the
problem.
life vest from the pouch.
Dans le cas d'un amérissage, prenez la pochette contenant le gilet de sauvetage sous le siège ou
The
près de
gilet
votre jambe.
sauvetage. Does anybody know what that
Retirez la bande
is?
élastique au besoin et sortez le gilet de la
Sonny, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude.
Enfilez le gilet. Fixez le crochet autour de la taille et ajustez la ceinture. Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter
Better start talking faster. They got 50 seconds on the announcement. Don't panic. No, it means safety
Fasten
vest.
the waist clip and tighten the belt. Pulling
Safety
the tab
vest is
will
under
inflate
the
the
seat
life
in
vest.
front of you,
It
is
can
what it
also
said.
inflate it by blowing into the tube.
Air
The life
Canada
vest should
524,
only be
airborne contact
inflated as you
Vancouver Center
leave the aircraft.
133.7,
If you
wind
need any
110
assistance or
at
have any
18, clear takeoff
concerns,
from 0 left,
please
and enjoy
let
the rest
us
of that
know.
safety announcement. See ya.
Never take off.
Si vous
8
avez
left.
besoin
Off
d'aide,
departure. We'll
ou si vous
contact
avez
Toronto
des
Center
préoccupations,
33.7. Thanks for
adressez-vous
ATC, man.
simplement à
Appreciate
l'un
you, dude.
d'entre nous.
All right.
Merci
There we
d'avoir
go,
choisi
chat.
de voyager avec Air Canada.
Hold on. It's almost done. 15 seconds.
Thank you for choosing to fly with Air Canada.
Thank you for choosing to fly with Air Canada.
552, ready for taxi.
All right, there we go.
Air Canada 552,
Let's
runway
do it.
0 left, open rear 30,
Just a cam's going on.
taxi via Juliet,
Sounds are going up.
Kilo, Victor, Mike,
Enjoy the
10,
departure, friends.
runway
Catch you all on
0
the
left.
other side. Let's do it. Throttle's up to 40%. Oof. Oof.
Taxi runway 08 left.
Clock's
via
on.
Juliet,
Let's get it.
Charlie, Kilo, Victor, Mike,
Toga.
hold short, 08 left, Air Canada 552.
Oof. Real nice. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots cross-checked.
V1.
Rotate. Oh. Easy now. Bit of crosswind. Positive rate. Gears going up. Climbs like an absolute beast. Auto throttle on. Climb power's in. Over to Vancouver Center 1337. It is a missile, dude. Until you get climb power in, it's just an absolute rocket ship. I like my camera angle though a little bit better now. Feels a little bit more natural. Vancouver Center, good morning. Air Canada 554's runway heading 3,000 feet.
Air Canada 551 Vancouver Center, how low you're going to find climb 16,000.
Climb 16,000, Air Canada 554. All right, 16,000 is in.
1696, climb cycle.
Let's go flaps 5 degrees.
1650, west at 1696.
Let's go ahead and get our runway turnoffs and our taxi lights off. Good.
Air Canada 554 heavy turn right heading at 110.
right turn 110, correct? Air Canada 554 Heavy.
Seconded.
Alright, right turn 110. I believe that's what he said. Let's go flaps up 1. Nice departure, actually. The airplane feels really good right now. Joey, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Caps, did you learn French past grade 9? No. I took it till grade 8. Airplane feels really good right now, actually, hand flying. Like, really good. I like it. It's not climbing like a bat out of hell because we're in that D rate. It's real nice. We'll go clean at 230 knots, chat. I guess we can go 220 flaps clean, no problem. Beauty. Coming up on 8,000 feet. We'll go ahead and throw on autopilot. Wonderful. Back up into the flight deck with me. Great. Cool.
Kuro, turn 244 airborne, passing 3,000 feet.
Sweet.
2244 heavy.
Was there an action update for this today? I'd have no clue. I didn't check, Kev. Probably not yet. I'm assuming it'll probably come out later if there is one.
6,000 feet for Erin.
Man.
2244 heavy, that's 16,000.
16,000 for Erin, turn 244.
There can have 554 heavy, climb flight level 410.
Climb flight level 410, Air Canada 554 heavy. Alright, 410, chat. Look at us. There's 10,000 feet. Landing lights, seatbelts. Perfect. And there we go, leveling off. See the mountains. That's where we came in from yesterday. And then down in. Clouds look good. Cap decided to make some clouds of his own. Exactly.
There can have 2244 heavy, confirm your runway heading.
We have an external view? Sure.
08.
I just gotta get the wing lights off. There we go. How about that? Beauty.
There camera 2244 heavy, turn right heading 170.
Turn right heading 170 for Erin, turn 244.
Vancouver ortho is really good, yes. Performance not so good at this airport, not because of the scenery, because of the ortho and the photogrammetry, but yeah. There is no cabin, Cody, unfortunately, man.
6096 leading my space TV, ATC,
Is water cooling needed for overclocking? No. Just make sure you get a good air cooler. Should be fine.
There coming at 554, turn right direct Seattle VOR on course.
Right direct Seattle VOR on course for Canada 554, thanks. Alright, right direct, we'll go LNAV, aircraft will start turning. There we have it, chat. Beautiful. Looking real good. That might have been for me, I might have missed that. How's Kuro 787? Haven't joined the bandwagon on it just yet. I like it. I like it, man. Yeah. Birdie. Is this the final Guardians? Like, is there no more after this one? Guardians of the Galaxy? We're watching the Guardians of the Galaxy tonight, chat. Definitely got a legitimate copy of it that we're going to watch, right, Bob? Definitely. Just a poor picture on water.
There, kind of 2244 heavy,
rig here, right.
cycle 400.
You kept using FT Sim Sound Pack, and what's your favorite plane in Microsoft? I am using the FT Sim Sound Pack. I'm not sure if I have a favorite plane quite yet, man. Probably the Phoenix or the PMDG, but... We found the Kuro 787 next weekend with the new update, possibly. Maybe. We'll see, man. I think next week we're going to be back in, like, the 7.3 and stuff, but we'll see, man. ECAP, how are you? I'm thinking of buying a Thrustmaster Boeing engine quadrant. Just it. What do you think? Is it worth the Airbus too? Absolutely. Jewel, yeah, for sure it is. For sure, for sure. Yeah, by the way, there's a toga button on the back of the throttle. Oh, man, not this again. Dude, I can never find the toga button on the back of the throttle. I don't know. I just set it manually, man. It's not even that hard. You just match the numbers with the things. It's not, really not that difficult, right? All right, and we are direct
heavy,
Seattle.
Seattle VOR on course.
Direct, we are course for Econaut 2244.
Can't wait for FM Studios Montreal. Dude, you and me both, man. You and me both. I feel like we just haven't been able to fly into Montreal because we just don't have proper scenery. Yes, I agree. I'm very excited for it. Yeah. Roll those buttons over the side of the throttles. Which ones, David? There's a couple of them. You have the auto throttle disconnect. So these buttons here, that disconnects your auto throttle. So you'd click that and your auto throttle would come off. That's essentially what that does. There is a toga button. It's actually pretty to hit when the throttles are low. Okay.
Aircraft 554, heavy trunk leaving my airspace to the south of Feather ATC, surveillance service terminated, switch to our frequency, bye-bye.
Over Unicom, pics for wonderful ATC, we'll catch you soon, Air Canada 554 Heavy.
Yeah.
Alright, Unicom, there we go, chat. Beautiful, climbing up and up and up and away. Off to LAX, 2 hours and 22 minutes is what we were scheduled for. Flight Tampa EHAM, your guess is as good as mine, man. I don't know what Flight Tampa's doing, dude. 737 the same thing. Yes, they do, man. Yeah. It's below the white part of the throttles in the clickable spot. Go check it out if you can. Well, I'm not going to do it now, but maybe next time. Yeah. It's on the flat part of the reverse throttle behind the handle above the reversers. Got you. Didn't we try and find this the last time on the 77-10 and we couldn't do that? My AT window on the FMA is empty. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't know why it would be empty. We're definitely on auto throttle. VNAV, LNAV. There. Throttle reference. Now it's properly probably on or something. I don't know. Seems better. How do I manage my CPU usage? I get an alert. It's high usage on Microsoft. I switch the Phoenix to the GPU. I don't know, Miles. Really depends on your specs, man. Really depends on your specs. Should be blank. It's on LNAV, VNAV. Oh, I don't know. What add-on do you use for the cloud textures? These are default clouds, man. Default clouds just running on Ultra. Clouds on Ultra. I don't know if you know how to fix this problem, but I'm using the fly-by-wire A32NX, and when trying to load into an airport, it doesn't load me in. Endless loading time. Doesn't the A32NX for the first load take like up to 20 to 30 minutes? I thought it did. Have you ever loaded in with it before, or is this like a new problem that started occurring? Because I think for the first time in the A32NX, I think it takes quite a while to load in because it's doing everything in the background. Same as like the PMDG and stuff like that. It can take up to 20 minutes, 30 minutes to load in. Riot, just Google or YouTube custom wing views Microsoft Flight Simulator. Erin, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. What do you think of the Kuro 787? Best one for Microsoft? I think it has the possibilities to be really good, yes. Especially if they can kind of figure out the flight model and tweak it, make it a little bit more realistic, if you will. It still very much flies like a default airplane. Not really anything wrong with that, but just when you're used to flying the PMDG and the Phoenix and some of the other payware add-ons, it flies like a default airplane, and it really feels like a default airplane. So if they can kind of, again, get away from that, put their own little spin on it, I think it would be great. Yeah. How long before streams do you start to load in? Usually about 30 to 45 minutes, College Dude. By 11 a.m., I pretty much have everything set up. I've filed my flight plan. I've got SimBrief open. I'm pretty much good to go. And I usually fire up the PC. I usually fire up the sim, have breakfast, come back, load in, fire up the stream PC, get everything ready, everything set up, Sim Toolkit Pro, OBS, test everything, make sure everything looks good, joystick cam works, camera works, mic works, everything's good. And then I basically sit there for the last 15, 20 minutes twiddling my thumbs. Like, okay, can we start now? Can we go now? Okay, it's 12, let's go. Yeah. Is the packages or sim objects folder for the camera file? Sim objects, Thomas, I believe. Yeah. When did you get the Maple Leaf? I don't know, but congratulations, sir. That means you've been here for 2 years. Awesome. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. What add-on do you use for the cloud textures? Didn't you literally just ask me this and I spent a good 30 seconds explaining to you that I'm not using any textures, I'm just using high-end preset? That's it. Sean, thank you very much, man. 5 gifted memberships to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support, dude. I appreciate you. That was incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, if you got a gifted membership from Sean, make sure you say thank you in chat. Sean, thank you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my man. Absolutely, Captain Lee. Yeah, I mean, most of the time now I don't, like, because I've got Daisy and stuff, I don't really sleep in, but there have been times where, absolutely, yes. I'll wake up and be like, oh shit, you know? Or the worst is, like, you go to, like, start something and then you have, like, a massive update. You know, like, you fire up your stream 30 minutes before and you've got updates in every angle and everything's taken forever in this, so. You're able to figure out why the longer you have Microsoft Flight Simulator open, the FPS slowly go down. I like the long haulers, for example, the FPS feels way lower. I haven't really ever had that issue, Vine, so I know, I've never looked into it. I know that some people have reported that issue. I don't really have that issue, man. I don't know. Is it worth upgrading from the standard deluxe for 787 with the 2024 on the horizon? Probably not, Cameron. No, I wouldn't say so. iniBuilds LAX is awesome, but it can eat your FPS way too much. Very much, Troy. I hope the arrival will be smooth. Should be. I haven't really had any issues, man. We've never really gone below like 30, 35 FPS into there, which is perfectly acceptable for a flight sim. So obviously the more the better, right? But Amar, thanks so much, man. Celebrating 5 months. Appreciate you. JQB as well, celebrating his 2 years. Says, I've acquired my golden leaf. It tastes so good. My man. Huge no floaties too, dude. Thank you, both of you. JQB and Amar. Appreciate you guys. Huge no floaties, both with milestone chats today. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Could be the cache that fills up over time. Most people have started disabling the rolling cache. I've had rolling cache disabled since the beginning, so maybe that is why. I don't think I've ever had rolling cache. I've never needed it. I've got unlimited internet, so yeah. A heat wave is coming where I live tomorrow. Uh-oh, stay cool, man. One of my scenarios is overlapping with the default airport and I have no clue how to fix it. I tried uninstalling and reinstalling. Make sure, go to your content manager and make sure you're not running, go to the content manager and make sure you're not running something else in the background. We're getting off where I live for 5 gig internet. I said, no, 5 gig? That's so silly, dude. Like, even gigabit internet is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I hardly ever utilize gigabit internet. Ever. I don't think I've ever, because like downloading sort of like Steam and all like the downloading apps, they don't, like, you can't get a gigabit download, right? So I don't think I've ever once even utilized that. So the fact that they're offering like 5 gig internet speeds and stuff like that now, it's a complete waste of money, man. Like, I almost debated going back to the half gig because it's just silly, you know what I mean? Young Rich, my man, huge no floaties to do 21 months. So 3 more months left for the golden leaf. Hey, my man, huge no floaties too. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. There's apparently a big update coming for the Kuro. Yes, we heard about that. Yeah. ECAP, haven't been here in a while. Simpilot, good to see you, dude. Welcome back, man. Hope all is well. ECAP, can you help me? What do you think of the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X 3D? I've heard it's a really great CPU, Faten. That's one that I've been eyeing down. There's also the Ryzen 9. Is it the Ryzen 9 or the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D? The 7800X 3D is actually, I think, slightly more powerful than the Ryzen 9. I'm not sure, though. Yeah. Would you say none of the developers for P3D V5 will be moving to P3D V6? And I think there will be some, but most of them have left. Yeah. Right, Andy? 7800X 3D, that's the one. That's the, like, the absolute beast, I feel like. The 7800X 3D is the one that's, like, absolutely slaying games and stuff. Which, you got a couple kids and other people over the internet watching content and playing games, then you will need it. That will never happen, sir. Never ever. Can I somehow check when I get my Maple Leaf? I mean, you get it after 2 years. So yeah, if you go to I think if you go to your memberships channel, so you go to your YouTube top right, something about something in purchases, and then you can see how long you've been a member. What is it? Yeah, YouTube top right, click on your name, and then go to purchases and memberships, and then I believe it'll show you how long you've been a member. What are we listening to right now? What is this song? He captures, try zooming more on the wings. It looks a little bit more realistic. You don't think that looks realistic right now? I mean, that probably is maybe a little bit better right there. Sure. I like to have it a little bit more of a wider aspect so I can see everything around me, though. Do I still play X-Plane? I haven't in about 8 months, man. 6 to 8 months is the last time I fired up X-Plane. Yeah. X-Plane 12, in my opinion, man, was a step backwards. Andy, 29 months. Says, click on the donut button, select membership milestone chat. That's another way to do it. There you go. That's right. Andy, thank you for 29 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Part of Steam download is how fast your hard drive can write. Since I got an M.2 drive, my download speeds have skyrocketed. Oh, absolutely. For sure. SSDs, M.2s, yeah. Tried to do a long haul on X-Plane 12 with the Tools 340 and it crashed 3 hours in. Oof. That's not good. Beacon Light has some lumens. It does, Gary. Yeah, it does. It does, man. Two on my parking brake won't release on the PMDG. Hit your toe brakes. Hit your toe brakes down. So on the PMDG, they introduced an update a while ago. You have to, in order for to engage and disengage your park brake, you need to hold the brakes down. You probably had this question a million times already, but I haven't been here. How was FS Expo? Anything interesting? It was really good, man. It was extremely busy. I didn't really have all that much time to kind of be around everywhere as much as I wanted to. It was an extremely busy time for me, but it was really good, man. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Any plans to fly the new Fokker? No, I am not interested whatsoever. It looks like a cool airplane from the videos that I've seen, but it's just not my style of flying at all, dude. At all, at all. If you know anything about my channel, especially over the last like 4 or 5 years that I've been flying, I have zero interest in flying an airplane that was from like the 80s and 90s. No, thank you. VOR to VOR as well. It's 2023, my guy. I don't need to pretend like I'm in the 80s. No, thank you. X-Plane 12 default 330 is very good, though. I think everybody's going to have their own opinion on what's very good. I'm going to have to kindly disagree with you. I do not think that the default 330 is very good. I don't think that it's any good, actually, but that's just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Cap, I'm using your Microsoft settings, but for some reason the photogrammetry takes a while to load in. I keep seeing everything loading slow while I'm over. Any help? Could be your internet connection, could be your connection to the servers. Depends. Do you know if there's an age requirement to go to FS Expo? I don't think so. Hey, Cap, thanks for helping yesterday with Denver. I ended up picking up the flight beam scenery, and it is incredible. It is, Captain Colton. I'm glad you're liking it, man. Incredible, incredible work they did. Yeah. Have you ever considered streaming P3D? Nope. At one point I did, Mike, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. But yeah, no. I'm glad I never got invested in P3D, man. Yeah. Where's the next expo? They haven't announced it yet. It's either between Orlando and Vegas, but they haven't announced a date. They haven't announced anything yet. I don't know when we'll get that, but yeah. I have an issue where after landing my reverse thrust doesn't engage. Anyone know why that is? Could be a conflict of buttons. You're jamming to Zorro when you're landing at LAX IRL, bumping her beats on the ILS. I would hope you're not listening to music while flying a commercial airplane. I'm just going to put that out there. You probably shouldn't be mentioning those things. I actually gave the same issues with photogrammetry and gigabit internet. I can't figure out why. That is weird. Even when I release the parking brake during pushback, it goes very slow. I don't know. Hope Vegas, yeah, Vegas would be awesome, man. Yeah. What would be your advice to new/smaller flight simulation streamers? Keep at it, man. keep at it. At this day and age where everybody who has a webcam is streaming, you just got to be consistent, man. You got to be consistent. You got to provide a place that people know they can come and hang out, and it's really my best advice to you is try and do your best to stand out. It's difficult, man. It's really difficult nowadays, like I said, just because if you've got a webcam, you're probably streaming, so yeah. Cap asked yesterday about the ATR on the tablet, doesn't turn on it, and I reinstalled it and the tablet doesn't work. Any help? I have no clue, Banksy. I don't know why it wouldn't be working. It's a default airplane. It should work. So I don't know. Did you end up testing any planes in development during the expo? No, I didn't have time, man. Like I said, dude, I was stupid busy, man. Every time I went to go like do something or go to like look at something, I was pulled in multiple different directions, and by the time you end up standing there, right, I was at the Thrustmaster booth for like 4 hours each day. So by the time like you're standing there and you're meeting all these people, like I was, you know, drained by the end of the day, man. Didn't have a lot of time. I mean, I walked around and looked around, but you have to remember, man, like all these things, like there was, you know, there's hundreds and there was thousands of people there, actually. Not hundreds, thousands. So I'm gonna let those, everybody's there, everybody paid to be there and paid good money. I'm gonna let those people try to enjoy the expo more than I'm gonna try and, get in there and do stuff. Yeah, would you rather have the Quality Wings 77 or right now or the PMDG 777? Probably the Quality Wings. Because I know the 777's coming within 6 months, so. Yeah. Best and worst experience at the expo. Best, probably meeting all the people and being able to do the live stream and see how many people did like the challenge and stuff like that. The worst was probably the weather and Houston in general. Just not, and I mean this with absolutely zero disrespect to anybody. If you live in Houston, don't take this. I'm not shitting on you. I'm just, Houston was, you can very much tell that this Flight Sim Expo was to recuperate as much money back into Expo as possible for future events. Houston is not the most ideal place to be holding. It was cool, I'll give it that, but it's, there's hundreds of other cities I would have preferred to go to and to experience. I did have fun though. At the end of the day, I had fun, but it's a little bit different when I'm like, I didn't pay for my airfare, I didn't pay for my hotel, I basically didn't pay for my food. All of this was covered for me as I was sponsored to go down there, so maybe I'm being a little bit too critical, but I don't know. I felt like if I was paying and I had paid a lot of money to go, I probably would have been pissed off, if that makes sense. Again, nothing to do with like, if you live in Houston, nothing to do with that. Just not a good experience in June. It was way too hot. You couldn't do anything. Like, I mean, during the day, we're pretty much just held up in the hotel room in the air conditioning because what the hell, man? Are you going to go outside in 110 degree weather? Absolutely not. So I did like the venue. The venue was cool. Hosting it, in an air museum of sorts was a really good idea. I think they did a great job on that. So, yeah. It's completely legal to bump beats IRL while flying in the airlines. We all do it. I find that interesting. I feel like there's got to be like some type of like sterile cockpit below 10,000 feet. I know that, hey man, listen, I'm not trying to fight or debate you with this, but I feel like most airlines would want a sterile cockpit under 10,000 feet. So the fact that you say that you're listening to music while flying an ILS approach into LAX, I don't know, something that doesn't seem to sit well, but hey man, I don't know. I bought the Thrustmaster Boeing edition for $440. I think it will be very worth it. Nice. Enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy it. Yeah. Thoughts on the new YOW to CDG flights? Pretty cool. I wonder what the price is, but yeah. Cruising to Cape Verde on Belfast in an EasyJet 321neo. It's about 5.5 hours and 30 minutes. There you go. I went to DC on Friday. I couldn't go to the Air and Space Museum. Oof, that sucks, man. They won't even let people record in the cockpit, let alone play music. Who is this guy? Well, he's apparently a real pilot. That's why I'm like trying to be a little bit nice about it, because I know that he's a real pilot, but I don't know. I don't know if he's just trying to be cool or something. I don't know. So we're just gonna Like I said, I'm not here to start arguments, man, but I feel like those comments are not very truthful. I don't think I've ever seen a cockpit video of the pilots listening to music landing in LAX. You'd think you'd want to be focused on the landing and the millions of ATC calls that are going on, right? At your US airline, it is not allowed. I feel like most airlines would not allow that, yeah. Filming as in holding the phone in the hands of the pilot monitoring. Maybe, I don't know. You're a very good streamer. I like watching you. Thank you, Terrell. Appreciate it, man. What in the name of flight sim conventions are you going to LA in October? It is called, it's called World Flight. So it's actually a charity event that's been going on for quite a while. I think the SoCal crew is somewhat new to the whole thing. I think this is their second or third year doing it. So yeah, it's really cool, man. And we're still trying to figure out the logistics and stuff like that. Obviously, if I can, I'd love to stream the event here on my channel. I don't know how it would work because it's literally 24/7 for a week. So I don't know how that would work, but you're a DCS war veteran? Nice. It'd be cool to get a good A321. I agree. Yeah. Everyone's pretty good snipe yesterday on the long haul, man. Yeah. Buddy and I started playing your controls and Microsoft to fly together as an actual CRM, pretty decent as it has bugs. There you go. A non-operating crew member in the jump seat can film depending on the airline as long as it's not interfering. Playing music not allowed unless the ground parking brake is set. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't know if he's like joking around. I have no clue, but it's pretty obvious that you're not going to be listening to music on shooting an ILS approach into 24 or into LAX. And the fact that he said all pilots do it, again, sorry, I don't believe that, but yeah. Terrell, thanks so much, man, for the $2 donation. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Really kind. Thanks so much, man. Wish I could join again today. Yesterday was a lot of fun. Even my brain was mush after. It takes a lot out of you, man. It takes a lot out of you, Jarvis. Imagine flying, speaking, and streaming. So now you guys understand why my brain kind of, like, after stream, dude, I basically sit here, Jarvis. Like, after stream, all the lights go off, green screen goes away, and I usually sit here for like 30 minutes to an hour, and I just take everything in. I don't even, like, listen to anything. I don't watch anything. Usually just sit and, like, kind of just regather everything. Because, yeah, it's a lot, man. Couldn't find their website. I think you can go to flywithrookie.com. Flywithrookie.com would be I think that's the website. I could probably get it for you guys here. And this will give you a little bit more information on Fly with... Yeah, it is Fly. I need to set a Nightbot command, to be honest with you, with this. Here's the website. I'll actually set I'll make a Nightbot command. Yeah. Here's the link to the website. Talking is surprisingly exhausting. Dude, it's insane. It's insane, man. Yeah. Is the Phoenix worth the money? It is. It is really good. Yeah. Do you find streams sometimes boring? Nope. Not at all, man. It's always fun, dude. Streaming is what you make out of it. So if you're constantly interacting with your chat and being an interactive streamer, you should never be bored. It's not, you know, like, are there some days where it's quieter in here than other days? Absolutely, of course. But that's just the streaming, right? That's the nature of the business. People are, you know, weekends, holidays, people are more out, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Other than Aerosoft and PMDG, which other airlines are coming soon to Microsoft? Well, we've got the A220, we've got the MD-11, we've got the Q400, we've got, oh man, the list goes on and on and on, dude. There's so many. Bear with me here. I'm trying to make a Nightbot command, chat. Give me 2 seconds. I guess I'll just make it World Flight. I'll put !WF. That'll be the new command. Add command, !WF. All right. There we go. Hey Cap, is your CDU compatible with the 787? No, it's not, unfortunately. Yeah. What made you pick YouTube over, let's say, Twitch or other platforms? So Tom, when I first started doing this about 6 or 7 years ago, about 7 years ago when I started streaming, nobody was streaming on YouTube. YouTube had just kind of rolled out their whole streaming platform. Meanwhile, pardon me, over on Twitch, it was just saturated. There was 30, 40, 50 people streaming. I felt if I really was going to try and make a name for myself and I really wanted to you know, make this a career, that I really had to set myself apart from other people. It's kind of the same reason that you see me dressed the way that I do and wearing sunglasses and stuff like that, right? It's just to be different, man. It's just that I really wanted to offer a unique experience to what other streamers were doing, right? We're all here flying airplanes, so it's kind of like all the same type of content. There's not really many things that you can do to differentiate yourself between the next streamer, so I figured, one, being on YouTube would be different. It's a completely different platform. It allows people to maybe who aren't on Twitch to offer this, and also Twitch. Everybody that's on Twitch also has a YouTube, right? Like you all have YouTube accounts and stuff, so that was kind of my logic behind it, man, was just that it was so saturated that I felt like it would have been very difficult to make a name for myself on Twitch, just because how do you differentiate yourself between the other 40 people? You know what I mean? Just on the website, Jeff is going to be there. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. Cap, which is the website for Explain 12 mods? Probably explain.org. Is that still around? I don't even know. The org store, explain.org, I think is what you're looking for. Yeah. Aviator Eck, good to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. Cap, thoughts on the plane? Good so far, Pierce. I mean, like, it's nothing special. I don't think like I'm gonna be flying it all the time, every time. It's okay. It does the job. It's still very much like a default plane until they really work on like the flight characteristics and the, pardon me, the departures and arrivals. Yeah. Streaming's got harder now on YouTube with thousands that do it. I mean, streaming in general, dude. Like I mentioned before, people come up to me and they ask me all the time, and they're like, Captain, like, how can I be successful in streaming? Dude, come on. Literally becoming successful as a streamer is like, you know, you've got the same odds as becoming a rock star or becoming a professional athlete or becoming winning the lottery or something like that, right? Like, it's complete. Yes, there is work ethic that is involved with becoming a streamer and becoming a successful streamer, but really, dude, it's all luck, man, and it's all about how the community responds to you. I mean, you can spend $15,000, have the best setup ever, but just not be a people person, and therefore your streaming career will never really end up being what it ends up being, right? There's so many levels to being successful as a streamer that I find it's almost impossible to pinpoint it and say, okay, do these 3 things and you'll be successful. Obviously, like I said, there's certain things that help and there's certain things that can make you stand out above others. It's difficult, man, and I truly don't want to, like, I want to inspire people. I want people to create content, and I want people to try streaming and try content creation. But at the same point, I feel like I have to do my due diligence and just let people know, like, it's not easy, man. I mean, I streamed for 2 years, probably 4 days a week for 2 years before I received any recognition in the flight sim community. Before I remember the day that I broke 100 people watching me, and I thought, holy shit, it's never going to get better than this. I remember getting 3,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, and telling my parents, like, you know, hey, like, I might be onto something here. Like, you know, I get a $300 YouTube check every month from like donations and ad revenue, and I was like, you know, like, maybe I can turn this into a business. Maybe I can turn this into something. I remember 7-8 years ago having this conversation with people and them being, you know, looking at me like I was crazy and stuff, but it's all about consistency. It's all about the content that you produce and the person that you are while you're streaming and outside of the stream, and the type of environment that you promote, you know what I mean? But at the same point, it's don't get into streaming thinking that 1, you're going to get rich from it, or 2, that you're just going to get all the free products in the world, because that's not how it is. That's not how it is at all. It's a real true grind, and I tell people always, if you do want to get into streaming, do it for the right reasons. Do it because you have a passion for flight sim. Do it because you have a passion for aviation. Do it because you have a passion for creating content. Be there for the right reasons, and I truly believe that people will subscribe and people will support you. we've seen how many people just completely drop off the map because they're not here for the right reasons. They start streaming because they think that, one, they're going to get money, you know, two, that they're going to get free products from developers and stuff like that. Absolutely, dude. There's perks to it, of course, but yeah. There's another streamer that dresses up as a pilot too, but I'm still drawn to Cat because of the personality and the content. Same idea, but very different streams, you know? See, I haven't really seen anybody that does what I do. I mean, that's kind of why I started doing what I did this, and why I started doing this is because nobody was doing this at the beginning. When I first started streaming, there was nobody who was dressing up, and like, there was nothing like that, you know? So, yeah. What is it like taking PTO as a streamer? Income loss? What do you mean PTO? Will? Professional tryout? That's what I think of when I think of PTO. Maybe I watch too much sports, Will. That's what I think. I'm looking at PTO and I'm like, professional tryout? He seems new. Vacation, paid time off. Oh, paid time off. Yeah, there's no paid time off, man. I don't stream, there's no income coming in, my man. So yeah, that's why you don't see me take a lot of vacations, man. I'll take like a week here, a week there, you know what I mean? Maybe 2-3 weeks a year. And that's more like for my sanity, do you know what I mean? Like, that's literally for my sanity, because sometimes it gets very demanding, and sometimes brain wise and capacity it's a little bit difficult. But yeah, man, I mean, that's one of the things with running your own business, right? Like, you don't stream, you're not making money, you know? So, yeah. Milkshake, thanks, man. I used to, man, Castrator was one of the reasons that I started streaming, man. I used to watch him every Friday night. I'd watch his pilot. He's the one that got me into Pilot Edge, actually, so. Oh. But that being said, Will, remember that I am sponsored outside of the streams, right? So I do have my YouTube income. I have my, you know, YouTube pays me through donations, ad revenue, memberships, right? I get paid that way through YouTube. I also have external contracts. Obviously, I can't disclose how much money I make through external contracts with iniBuilds, Thrustmaster, some of the other companies that I work with. But that being said, having those external contracts and sponsorships and ambassadorships have definitely made it a little bit easier for me to take a week or two off, right? Because I know that even though I'm not necessarily making an income off my YouTube videos, I'm still making an income off of my sponsorship deals and stuff like that. So, yeah, I fund you. There you go, Mark. My man. Thank you, dude. I miss the guy. Hopefully he's doing well. He is, Jarvis. I still talk to him every now and then. I have him on Discord. He had a kid, man. He had a kid, and he got a new job, and the new job was in the aviation industry, and it was pretty demanding, and I think it was just, he kind of lost the, you know, he was doing it for years and years and years, man. I think he just kind of lost the passion for it. When you're working in aviation all day, all week, and then you have to come home, and you have to, like, stream aviation all weekend and do that, I think he just lost it, you know, just it wasn't enjoying it anymore, which is completely understandable, man. That's why I find, you know, when I give kudos to like V1 and Flight Deck to Sam and all these real world pilots that literally fly all week and then come home and then go online and stream more flying and stuff like that, right? Like, it's got to be a lot, man. It's got to be a lot. It's got to be a lot to, you know, take in. So kudos to them, man, because I don't know if I could do it, dude. If I was a professional pilot and I don't know if I'd be able to come home and like jump in my flight sim and enjoy it, you know what I mean? Oscar's my man. Thanks so much for support, dude. I appreciate you coming in with a $10 donation. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. I really truly appreciate that, man. Hey, dude, I'm a big ass nerd too, Joe, but I wouldn't be coming home to do flight sim. I'd be coming home to do other things.
Here's a small contribution to your PTO fund. Smiley face.
My professional tryout? Huge no floaties to you, Huskers. Thanks for support, man. I appreciate you, dude. I know I don't watch loads, but I'm happy to support you, and it's not breaking my bank. Tom, thank you, man. I really appreciate that, dude. You know what, Tom? I say it this way, man. If everybody became a member at $2 a month or $5 a month, whatever it is, man, think about that, dude, right? Like, it's such a small, and I'm not saying everybody to become a member. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it really adds up, right? You know, sometimes you don't think about it. You think about somebody giving $2 a month, right? fairly easy. If you have a working job and you get paid monthly or weekly, bi-weekly, whatever it is, $2 a month seems very minuscule, right? But think about it. If 70,000 people donate or become a member, let's say, at $2 a month, that's $140,000 a month potential client or potential money coming in, right? Now, obviously, not everybody is going to become a member, but it's those things, right? It definitely adds up, man. And that's why I always tell people, like, it's not so much about like how many big donators we have and stuff like that, right? It's the community aspect of it. It's people gifting memberships and people becoming members and stuff like that. It all adds up, man. It all adds up in the grand scheme of things when you put everything together at the end of the month, you know? It's crazy, dude. Yeah. It's cheaper than Spotify or any other subscription I have. Exactly, man. Exactly, dude. I appreciate you guys, man. That's it. I just support you so we can joke on DMs. Exactly, man. See? Mike dropping $10 donation. Huge no floaties to you, man. Hey, Mike, thanks for being so cool down in the expo as well, dude. Funny story, chat. Actually, no, we won't tell that story. Maybe we'll keep that for the expo. Well, sorry, we'll keep that for World Flight. We'll keep that story about when I first met you and the first thing I said to you. Oh, man. Are you okay with stretching? Mike, huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks for the 10 bones, man. I really do appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Only YouTuber I sub to, financially totally worth it. Thank you, Strody. Appreciate you as well, man. Thank you, dude. Did Kuro not update the 800 yet? I don't think so. No. I'm a heavy-duty mechanic. Do you think I want to work on my truck on the weekends? Hell no. I'm paying someone to do that. Exactly, Mitchell. It's exactly it, man. So that's why I say kudos to these guys, man. It just goes to show you the amount of support that they have.
For the stretching fund, don't forget to stretch chat.
Yes. Always stretch, chat. Stretch it out, chat. You guys know the rules. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Yeah. The 737 Sim at World Flight looks sick. Ah, dude, it looks incredible. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. The only thing that sucks is Rookie lives so damn far away from me and it's so expensive to get there. I would love to like go and like throw, so like I know that Jeff and like Civ Ryan and a couple of the guys, they're going down to do like some practicing because a lot of them have never flown in a full sim. So they're going down to do some practicing, but like for me to fly down to Ontario for a weekend, you're probably looking at $2,000. Airfare, food, hotel, along those lines is $1,500, $2,000 for a weekend. I'd have a hard time pulling that one off into the fiance. She'd be like, hey man, we need this, 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 and this for the farm. I don't think you should be running off gallivanting to do some practicing. So my practicing will be literally live on stream. Like I'm gonna be practicing essentially flying it. So, but you know what we're going to do? I think for the full week before we go to the expo, we're going to fly the 737. So I'm going to have it drilled into my brain. You're also going to see here on the channel probably a couple weeks. Sorry, even now, from now. So the event is less than 4 months. We're under 4 months now for the event. So I think what you're going to start to see is as we start to go get closer to the event, you're going to see a lot more shared flights here on the channel. So yeah, mentioning the farm, how's the tractor you got? It's awesome, Tom. No issues, man. We put new tires on the front. We ordered some real some proper tractor tires, and it's badass, man. It's badass. Fiance painted it all as well. Looks really nice. She actually ordered like the factory Massey Ferguson red and stuff, so it's really good. Yeah. I've been a paid member since last September. Support you, Captain. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate you as well, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Who did we have here? We had Time Stop. Thanks so much for your business class subscription, man. Appreciate you. Welcome to the green team. Welcome aboard, man. Huge no floaties, dude. Let's get some love in chat for Time Stop becoming the newest member here. Thanks so much, man. And we got Aviation GG celebrating 7 months. As you deserve everything great coming your way. I sure speak for a lot when I say that you help us entertain every time you stream. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's extremely kind of you. Really appreciate the kind words. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In a world where it's so easily, it's so easy to be mistaken and misunderstood and misinterpreted, I really truly appreciate you guys and all the support that you have. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how much you guys support the channel and how much you guys show love to the channel, man. Because like I said, dude, there's sometimes, you know, some weeks you know, you feel there's people that are, you know, like I said, man, it's hard to have an opinion nowadays because whenever you have an opinion and it differentiates between what common people or what other people have, you know, for just for example, whenever I talk about X-Plane, there seems to just be this huge backlash that trails it. So much so to the point where I mentioned the other day that I'm getting I'm getting emails and messages from developers that I haven't spoken to in forever, basically saying, hey, can you maybe not talk about X-Plane in your streams anymore, because I'm getting all these messages about people saying that you're, you know, bad-mouthing X-Plane and developers and all this stuff, and it's couldn't be further from the truth, man. I mean, am I bad-mouthing it? Maybe, but I think justifiably so. I think I'm a very opinionated person, and I think that we need opinions in this world, because without holding people accountable, it's just going to be, like, you know, like what? Like I just have to sit here and think that everything's okay and tell you guys everything's okay because somebody may be offended by an opinion that I have. It's exactly it. It's an opinion. You don't like it, you can hit the unsubscribe button, and you don't have to be here, you know? So it's crazy, man. Those emails were for devs? Yeah, dude, I could not believe it, man. I literally could not believe it. Like, and it was more than one developer. That's what was truly shocking. And like, I'll even read my response. Like, do you want me to? I'm not going to tell you who it was. I'm obviously not going to go to that level. We're not going to speak about who it was. But I can literally show you. Like, I'll read you the. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can see what I put. Okay, so I received the email and I thought about it for a second, and I thought about it for a little bit, and then I was just like, okay, I was like, how am I going to respond to this? So I responded to this. I said, hello, blank blank, hope all is well. I'm really surprised that people would be coming to you for me making comments about X-Plane and Austin Meyer. I'm always very clear, my opinions on stream are exactly that, my opinions. It's not just the fact that Austin was a no-show. It was more a fact that almost the entire Laminar team was a no-show. You would think, being that X-Plane 12 was just released, he, or at least some of the main developers from Laminar, would be in attendance to support their product. He's been off gallivanting with Swiss 001, making all kinds of contents and videos. I'm sure he could have attended the expo, the one and only Flight Sim Expo held annually. I truly feel bad for third-party developers that are stuck in the X-Plane worlds and stand to be the face of X-Plane, because the CEO and owner doesn't seem to feel it's justified to be there. I'm not sure how you can look at this in any positive aspect. That was my initial response, and then they sent a bunch of stuff about, hey, you don't know what's going on in people's lives. You probably shouldn't make comments. Who knows what's going on? And I just said, I understand what you're saying and I respect what you're saying, but I'm kindly going to disagree. You don't, as an owner of a multi-million-dollar simulator platform, you don't just not attend the one and only event that Flight Sim is held annually. If Austin or his team had personal matters to attend to, a simple post from Austin letting his fans know he would not be attending was all that was needed. Again, this is not rocket science. This is how you treat people that buy products and pay your bills. That's how I responded. And then they responded with a bunch of other stuff, and we basically agreed to disagree, you know? We basically agreed to disagree, and again, I made it very clear that it's not personal attacks. This is myself having an opinion. I'm not personally attacking Austin Meyer or Laminar Research. I'm just giving you my opinion of why I continue to think that I made the right choice not supporting Laminar Research and X-Plane, and not, you know, being on that bandwagon, being stuck in that way of, you know, of looking at things. In my opinion, and I've said this before, and I don't really want to talk about this anymore because it's obvious that it's upsetting people beyond normal upsetting. So I cannot think of a more disrespectful thing to do as a developer and as a CEO and as an owner of a company. Flight Sim Expo is an event that is held once a year. We haven't had an expo in 2 years. This was the first expo in 2 years. They just released a new simulator. It makes absolutely zero sense for him not to be in attendance, or at least not even Austin, but like Ben Supnick, some of the other major developers and people who have been in the spotlight of the X-Plane world for the last 8 years, 5 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. Like I mentioned in that email, I feel bad for the third-party developers that have backed themselves into a corner and feel that they have to continue developing. I've also had a great conversation with a couple developers, and I now understand a little bit more of what's going on. So maybe this will explain it a little bit more. Maybe this will explain why Austin wasn't at the event. X-Plane is actually sold as a commercial license quite a lot. There's actually, I would say, for every home, maybe not quite as many home users, but there are a lot of people that use X-Plane as a commercial application. So flight schools, training centers, whatever it may be, they use X-Plane as their simulator platform, as well as developers. I learned a lot that Tolis, just through meeting Tolis at the expo, meeting Flight Factor at the expo, stuff like that. A lot of Tolis products are actually sold commercially, not so much designed for the home sim user like you and I, right? They're actually sold to commercial platforms, training schools, whatever it may be, people that host things, right? So commercial applications. And that's actually where a lot of these developers make a lot of their money. I had no clue that it was I had no clue that it was so widespread throughout that aspect of flight sim. I didn't think that would be such like an income generator for them, but apparently it is, which I found was really cool. So that kind of reiterates the fact that I was saying, I don't think X-Plane's going to go anywhere. I think X-Plane is perfectly fine. I think X-Plane is kind of just falling back into that niche that it originally had, which was that it was designed for commercial applications because of its FAA approval. And I think that's kind of where you're going to see X-Plane and Flight Factor and Tolis kind of end up going, is more towards the commercial application of things, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I just think, you know, I don't think the home use side of things is so much what it's going to be, you know? So yeah, people have too much time on their hands to have time to run and cry to mommy because somebody said something of a piece of software. Holy cow, what is the world coming to? Hey man, like I said, dude, I was almost in shock when I ended the stream the other day and I sat down and I was like, you know, almost in shock. Now, Will, you've mentioned this a couple times, man. I'm not quite sure why you feel Pilot Edge needs to be at the expo. That's where I'm a little bit lost. You keep holding Pilot Edge and X-Plane. This could not be two separate things, man. Like, I can understand what you're saying. Would it be nice for Pilot Edge to be there? Sure, absolutely. But is there a need or a want for Pilot Edge to be there? I mean, not really. Not even close to an essence of why X-Plane would be there. X-Plane is the platform. Without X-Plane, you don't have Pilot Edge. Without Microsoft Flight Simulator, you don't have Pilot Edge. So to be using that in the same context, to me, just doesn't make sense. Like, I can understand what you're saying. Sure, it would have been nice for them to be there to maybe promote their product or showcase their product, but by no means is it like, oh, I'm gonna stop using Pilot Edge because they didn't attend the expo, or oh, I'm gonna badmouth Pilot Edge because they didn't attend the expo. No. I mean, Pilot Edge isn't really for new users. So like, you're not going to start flight simming and saying, oh, I'm going to go to Pilot Edge, right? So like, Pilot Edge, it's not really their demographic. That's not really, and Pilot Edge spends a lot of money on advertising by giving streamers like myself access to the network for free on an annual subscription. That's their promoting, right? I don't think they need to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars shipping computers, personnel, everything out to an expo to showcase what Pilot Edge is. To me, it just doesn't make sense. I just don't understand your comparison with X-Plane not being there and Pilot Edge not being there. To me, it's just completely different. There was a lot of flight sim. I mean, there's a lot of flight sim products that aren't at the expo, man. It's not just Pilot Edge, and I don't know why you have this. I know you don't like Pilot Edge, Will, but I mean, I think you're taking it a little bit to the extreme now. Pilot Edge not being at the FS Expo means absolutely nothing. There is no demand, and they didn't miss anything by not being at the expo. That's what I'm saying. They don't, Laminar Research in Austin, they have a lot to lose by not being at the expo. Pilot Edge doesn't lose anything by not being at the expo. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. What you said about opinions and reactions is so true. The world is so politically correct these days. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, dude. Yeah. I'm not looking at platforms, I'm looking at main flight sim products, but Pilot Edge isn't a main flight sim product, Will. Pilot Edge is an extremely niche product. Like, extremely niche. Like, probably one of the most niche products that you could get for flight sim. Think about how many people own a Pilot Edge subscription. How many people in chat own a Pilot Edge subscription? If you own a Pilot Edge subscription, put something in chat that you do. I'm going to guarantee you that 95% of chat does not own a Pilot Edge subscription. And there's reasons behind that. Pilot Edge doesn't necessarily... Pilot Edge, again, goes with they're on the commercial side of things. So flight schools, the U.S. Army, the military, they all have Pilot Edge subscriptions. They pay for Pilot Edge. That's why Pilot Edge exists, right? So it's not... Pilot Edge isn't here to try and get recreational flight simmers into Pilot Edge. Pilot Edge, sure, will accept you, you know what I mean? But I don't know, Will. Like I said, dude, I think you've got your blinders on right now. We all know how you feel about Pilot Edge. We all know that you don't like Pilot Edge. You are very vocal every time I'm flying on the Pilot Edge network. You do not like it. You do not like the way that it's run, and that's perfectly fine. That's your opinion, man. But you trying to justify Pilot Edge and X-Plane in the same scenario and not being at the expo, that just doesn't make sense at all, man. I'm sorry. I'm not here to argue with you, but that doesn't make sense. Austin and Laminar Research not showing up at the expo has far more weight to it than Pilot Edge not being at the expo. Doesn't make sense, right? Yeah. CEO of Pilot Edge said to my friend the reason he didn't cover the entire US is because less people using it and having to pay for those controllers. Yeah, I mean, the controllers are paid, exactly it. And that's why you see when I fly a lot of the time, there's only like 2 or 3, you know? If I want to donate to you, the easiest way to donate is through Super Chat. The easiest way is through Super Chat. I just like to point this out. It depends on the amount of money that you're willing to donate. Streamlabs and PayPal would be the #1 way, as I only lose a minimal percent. If you donate through YouTube, I lose 30% to YouTube and then about 30% to taxes. So I end up seeing maybe about 40% of your donation. So I always like to throw that out there. You can donate however you like, man. I'm not here to tell you how to donate your money, but just as a you know, well, I forget the word that I'm looking for, but what are your top 5 things you want improved for 2024? Performance, something like that. Yeah. Will is an accountant. He should do that cost and have both compared to the amount of income they would generate. If not ideal, would be a loss for long run. Maybe. Oh yeah, 42,000 feet. We're at 41,000. I don't know. The calibrated altitude's a little bit weird. We're at 41,000 feet. 41,000. And if we come to here, go to our progress, top of descent in 429. I'm actually going to have a little look-see here. I'm going to look at the arrival quickly. Crowy, where is it? Crowy, okay, that's good. We're good. Okay. Let's get a little bit of a wing view here for a bit. This wing view's nicer. That's only 4. Oh yeah, shit, there was 5 things, right? Performance. Would you recommend for years to get 2020 or wait for 2024? I mean, 2020 is still going to get the support, so I don't know. It makes it a little bit difficult. It depends, man. I don't really know when 2024 is coming out as well, so... Yeah. Maybe Denis jams this song on his ILS into LAX, right, chat? I can't believe he said that. Denis, are you still here, man? You haven't said anything after we questioned whether or not... We just find it weird that you say you listen to music while on approach into ILS into LAX. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, and Austin literally made a video a few months ago showing how he doesn't really care about what we think of X-Plane 12. I mean, hey dude, if he wants to alienate his user base, David, that's fine, man. I think we've all seen what happened to X-Plane, dude. All you have to do is go look, right? Let's just have kind of... Let's just have some little fun right now, okay? Let's go over to, let's say Twitch. Twitch is, you know, let's go over to Twitch and let's see who, all right? Let's see who is streaming, right? Let's go to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Our good friend Chewy is streaming. Let's go over to, where's he? Oh, he's landing in Hong Kong. Nice. Let's go over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, okay? And let's go to the this is the flight simulator. All right, hold on. We'll just do a little bit of checking here. Okay, so we've got 839 viewers. How many streams we've got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 93 Microsoft Flight Simulator streams, okay? Let's go see how many streams we have in X-Plane. X-Plane 12. 93. How many do we got? This guy's using X-Plane 11. Hold on. X-Plane 12 has 8 viewers. Chat, you can't make this up. Okay? If this doesn't show you how dead X-Plane is in the actual flight sim community, I don't know what to tell you. Now, yes, the streaming platforms and the streaming community is one aspect. There are other people, there's tons of people that don't stream, that still use the simulator and stuff like that, but when you look at it as like a whole thing, it's, you know, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy how little support it is having from the community right now. And I don't think that's, you know, like, that's not intentional. That's not everybody being like, well, Captain Canada said it's not good, so I'm not going to... No. This is the general consensus. I guess I'm just one of the only people that is vocal enough to speak about what it's like being in the X-Plane right now, right? You bet some of the X-Plane streamers, you're probably right. Yeah, I would, because that's probably the only way they can get views, right? And I don't mean that negatively. I truly feel that that's probably one of the only ways that they can get views. But you may be right. You may be right. So, like, we can easily go through here and we can see, like, who's streaming what, right? So that's Microsoft. That's Microsoft. He's doing ETC. X-Plane 11. Okay, there you go. So one guy's got 38 viewers. He's in X-Plane 11. He's doing the 737-700. Okay, so there's one. But you're right. He is in the Microsoft genre, because he, probably if he was streaming in the X-Plane genre, he'd have no one watching, right? So these are all Microsoft. This is all Microsoft. This may be P3D, PMDG 777 Heavy, so that's P3D. This is all Microsoft. This is all Microsoft. This is all Microsoft. Microsoft. PMDG DC6, Microsoft. You maybe have one or two people streaming X-Plane in this genre, but not really, man. P3D. There's more P3D V5 than there are X-Plane streamers streaming, right? So, yeah. So I wasn't trying to big up the X-Plane viewers to highlight that the Microsoft category because they don't get any views in X-Plane. Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. Yeah. It's really sad to see how X-Plane has fallen. They had the opportunity but didn't use it. Well, that's exactly it. And you can't blame... Here's what I think you have going on right now is you've got a lot of people that want to sit there and they want to point the blame game, right? For X-Plane's failures. They want to say, oh, it's because of content creators like Captain Canada, who's always speaking negatively about X-Plane. That's the reason it's not succeeding and stuff like that, which couldn't be further from the truth, man. Like, if you're somebody that makes your opinion up because you saw a streamer say something about it, that's not... Nobody... I would hope that nobody does that. We're not a bunch of 10-year-olds that are just manipulative like that, right? So, and I, again, my opinions are my opinions. I don't... If you enjoy using X-Plane, there's nothing wrong with that, and more the power to you. I hope you enjoy it. If you enjoy using P3D, I hope you enjoy P3D, man. If you enjoy Infinite Flight, I hope you enjoy it, man. We're all here because we love flight sim. But at some point, you know, the fall off and how it's just completely fallen off, it's just crazy, man. I mean, X-Plane was literally on top of the world, and they did absolutely nothing. Nothing with it. Nothing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. How do you get the Kuro sound pack that you have? FT Sim Sounds. FT Sim Sounds, yeah. Can't just copy and paste the previous game, add some new clouds, and call it a brand new sim built from scratch. Well, that's exactly it. They shot themselves in the foot, man, by making those types of comments. Oh, we built this new simulator from the ground up. Oh, did you now? Interesting, okay. Huh. 2024 will be another nail in the coffin. Well, that's really, honestly, Willie, again, I don't want to speculate, but I personally think that's the reason we didn't see Laminar Research and like their big developers at the expo. I truly think that's why. I think it's just because they're just overshadowed. Do you know what I mean? Overshadowed by the fact that 2024 was announced, and maybe they just didn't want to deal with it, man. Maybe they just they took the coward way out and they just said, you know what, I'm not dealing with all the kids coming up and asking me about 2024 and how X-Plane's going to respond and all this stuff and that, and maybe that's why, man. And you know what, it's crazy. Yeah, Jarvis, you're right, man. Didn't X-Plane have the lead in the market for years? They did. Well, that's the sad thing, man. You know, right about a year after X-Plane 11 came out, I want to say in about 2017, 2018, the market was basically a 50-50 split and then started turning towards X-Plane. 2018, 2019, it was, yeah, X-Plane was the market holder, man. It really was. And they pretty much did nothing, man. They pretty much did nothing, you know? The numbers don't lie at the end of the day. 12 million Microsoft Flight Simulator players. Yeah. And I mean, now a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's available on Xbox and stuff like that, right? But, you know, X-Plane 11 was good for its time. It was, man. I loved X-Plane 11. I mean, 4,400 hours for me, right? I've got double the amount of time in X-Plane than I do in Microsoft, but I can promise you, man, after 2 or 3 years of using X-Plane, I don't think I was in awe still in the simulator. Like, I still fly in this simulator and I look at the clouds and I look out the window and on approach and stuff like that is crazy, man. Yeah. That's exactly what I said, Captain 752. That's exactly it, man. As for new flight simmer, choosing between X-Plane and Microsoft, I saw both having its benefits of X-Plane having planes I wanted to fly, but Microsoft just has more realism for me, and that's why I chose it. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be really curious in the next, like, year or so as to, I think once Microsoft really gets, like, its whole plethora of airplanes that are still going to be coming out, that's when I really think the reality is going to set in for a lot of people, is just that X-Plane just, there's, like, I mean, I just don't know, I don't even know what's being developed anymore for X-Plane, other than we've got a few developers that have some projects out and stuff like that. I just don't even know what's going to be developed, man. Like, obviously there's some developers that are hush-hush, they don't like talking about it, but yeah. Chris, celebrating 3 months. Thanks so much, Chris. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties, man. So this evening, Caps, hope you are well. Chris, thanks, man. Do kids go to the expo? Absolutely, man. Yeah. Remember before X-Plane 12 released, Austin interviews was speaking as if it was created one of the most realistic and best flight sims ever. It was a disappointment to actually be released. Well, again, man, Austin Meyer's own words from before X-Plane 12 was released. This is a brand new simulator that we built from the ground up. If you're a fan of X-Plane, you have to be excited hearing them say that news. And then for them to deliver the product that was delivered in X-Plane 12, it takes all of about 30 seconds of being in that simulator to realize that this is not a brand new simulator built from the ground up. This is not it at all. This is definitely a copy paste, and yeah, this is a copy paste with some tweaks, is what it is. You know, so, Microsoft say that only about 5% of the people sim several times a week. That's still 600,000 people that it reaches every single week. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, man. Flight Force. 6 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, dude. So, sup, buddy? Hope all is well. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks so much for support, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Extremely kind. Thank you, man. Yeah. Microsoft used to do new sim versions every 2 to 3 years in the past. If they go back to that model, I would expect that we'll have to repurchase items every 6 to 10 years when the big changes are made. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Some of the install files said X-Plane 11. Man, yeah. Yep. And do you know how I knew it was the same will? It was the fact that I could just literally, like, copy paste over products and it would work. Now, the one cool thing that I will say this about Microsoft 2024 is they've intentionally made it so that our community folders will work. So I don't necessarily think that that's one telling, you know, just because an add-on works in X-Plane 11 and it works in X-Plane 12 doesn't mean that nothing's changed. But, you know, when a developer has come out and they've intentionally said that, hey, we've done this because we plan to do this. So, yeah. What do you like about P3D? I've never used P3D, Noah. Yeah. Do you have a sound mod installed? I do, yes. I'm running FT Sim Sounds. You can put exclamation point sounds in chat. Yeah. I think it's great to have both simulators. Sometimes the planes in X-Plane feel a bit more realistic, in my opinion, in the way you feel about the aircraft flying. I mean, you're not wrong, Firmus. You're not wrong at all, man. But again, at the end of the day, here's my outlook on it, Firmus. I'm not necessarily considered your average flight sim user, right? Everything that I do has repercussions, right? So just, I've gone over this. There's a reason why you don't see me flying certain products, right? Would I love to fly a 777? Absolutely. But I'm not going to stoop as low to fly a 777 that is done by some kid that requires me to use free mods to make it work well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not buying a product to then have to basically completely pull everything out of that product to put something free in it and then promote it, because the realistic thing here is if I put something on my stream, there's a small, even if it's a small percent, somebody's going to buy it, right? Or somebody's going to use it, somebody's going to do something with it. So the same thing goes for X-Plane, right? As much as sometimes I might feel a pull to go back and to fly X-Plane, I don't want to support the behavior that X-Plane's doing right now. And for me, I have to take this, you know, I have to balance between, okay, do I want to do this and do I want to promote it, or do I want to just stick with what I want to promote? You know what I mean? So it's a little bit weird, you know. So someone said that the days before the expo, he was golfing with the X-Plane team, including Austin. Of course he was, dude. Of course. Of course. That's why I don't believe that these developers trying to tell me that, you know, oh, you don't know what's going on in people's personal lives, you shouldn't talk about some... Again, it's just a cover-up in my opinion, man. It's just a cover in my opinion. That's it. Someone needs to start a log regarding how much conversations happen every stream. Is the cockpit of the Kuro 77 different anywhere compared to the AE2s, or just the exterior? Just the exterior. Levante, everything's the same, man. Cockpit's the exact same. I believe if you have a 787-800, you can also fly the 9 and the 10. So I used X-Plane 11 with a ton of add-ons for years and even created scenery. However, X-Plane 12 was not delivered that I expect, so I made the choice to invest in tons of add-ons for Microsoft 2020. I moved on. Same as me, Gerald. Same as me, man. Yeah. When did you switch from Captain Cannabis? Oh man, I don't know, dude. 2016, 2015? Yeah. You ever done any plane spotting photography? No, not photography. I've done plane spotting, but not photography. And from a business POV, if you streamed X-Plane, you wouldn't get anywhere near the numbers or viewers. Correct. 100% correct. Yes. Yeah. I think 2024 is going to be more performance-driven rather than a complete new engine. Multi-threading core support is needed. Yeah, absolutely, comment. I agree, man. I agree. 2 questions. When you get 2024, will you keep both sims? And 2, will you put 2024 on a different hard drive? Yes, I will probably put 2024 on a different hard drive. And for the beginning Huskers, yes, I will have both simulators installed just in case we get some hiccups with 2024 and it's not working the way that we want it to right on, pardon me, right on release. So, yeah. Kuro is updating the flight model so it doesn't look like it's nose diving anymore. Good. Very cool. I would agree, Buckeye. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite planes of all time is the Zebo. So, yeah. The Discord is pretty active. Awesome. Emirates launched their flight to Montreal last week. I saw that. Very cool. Yeah. Very, very, very cool. SimAviator seems like a good guy and a great streamer, but he refuses to stream Microsoft, and that could mean a lot for his channel. Hey, man. Listen, dude. Like I said, I don't know why anybody would want to, like, you know, back themselves into an X-Plane corner and feel that they... Some people feel really strongly about it, man. Some people feel that their community base is only there to see them use X-Plane, and that if they're using a different simulator, that they're betraying their user base or their fan base. I don't know, man. I don't look at it that way. I've mentioned it before, and I'll briefly touch on it now. I don't think people are necessarily here to see me fly in a specific simulator. I think people are here more so to kind of like hang out with me in the community. The simulator that you fly in the background should really, you know, obviously you're going to get more people for certain planes that you're flying, certain simulators are flying, but I don't think you really have to choose. Like, I think you can be open to use any simulator, and if you've built a good community and you have a good user base watching you, and it shouldn't matter what simulator platform you're using, you know what I mean? It really shouldn't matter. You guys should be there for the community aspect and that type of thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, he does polls and wants his community to fly X-Plane. Well, of course, because how many subscribers does he have? I would bet you 90 to 95% of his subscribers are there because of X-Plane, right? So it would make sense, right? Finn, what's up, man? Good to see you. Personally prefer this toothpaste livery over the new one. I prefer this one. This Vancouver is north of Seattle. It is, yes. Yeah. The only thing that bothers me in Microsoft is that you have to buy every 737 separately. I mean, that's kind of the PMDG model. It's always been like that. That's not really a Microsoft flight simulator thing. That's, you know, that's it. That's just a PMDG thing. 75% of the time I'm here for the conversation with like-minded people, whether you kill us or not, is mildly irrelevant. See, exactly. Or it'd be like XP72. He streams Microsoft and X-Plane. Sure, exactly. Yeah. Watch you play golf. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It would be cool if you did a poll on the chat to see how many users have which sim. I'm sure both. I mean, like I said, man, I own both sims, dude. I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that use and own both sims, or at least they own X-Plane 11 and Microsoft or whatever it may be, right? So, yeah. I have never, Thomas. No. Are there any free Boeing 777s for X-Plane? No. Have you seen the new company, Riyadh Air? They will mainly fly 77s. Nice. I think I did see that. Yeah, a couple weeks ago they released their livery, right? Hey, Cap, would you stream X-Plane 12 just to fly the Zebo? No. I would fly the PMDG if I wanted to fly a 737, man. Yeah. PMDG EFB will be a separate purchase. Don't. You're going to give Will a brain aneurysm. Don't do it. Don't do it. So many good planes, not enough time. Still use X-Plane 11 for my 727 fix. Yeah, hey, dude, I agree with you, man. I've said it. I said it last stream. One of the big things that would pull me back into X-Plane would be able to fly my Q400 again, man. It's one of the only airplanes that I truly, truly miss flying, you know? They changed it because PMDG can't give specific discounts on official marketplace to people who bought previous versions. So instead, they price the planes lower but charge full price for each item. There you go. And I bet you're real happy about that, aren't you, Will? I'm just waiting on the Phoenix V2 for Christmas. Yes. Hopefully it comes out soon, man. They've been real quiet over at Phoenix for the last couple of months again. So hopefully they're working hard, man. You only missed the A321? I don't know, man. I have an A320. I would like an A321, sure. But, like, I don't know, man. Gaff, have you changed? You don't like X-Plane anymore? Bad guy. Do you think streamers who stream various games do better specific genre streamers? Obviously, it's all about the streamer at once, but just curious example, Jeff Fabiano. Absolutely, college dude. I say it all the time, man. I just met a really, really nice guy, one of Jeff's friends, Ryan, Civ Ryan. You guys may know him from, like, GTA RP. This guy, I mean, absolutely awesome guy, man. And he's, you know, the whole GTA RP and stuff. So just for example, I just want to give an example. He was doing a flight sim stream. Okay. He had about 300 people watching. He then later on that night or the next day went and did a GTA role-playing stream, and he had over 3,500 people watching. So yes, obviously, you know, there's some times that I sit there and I go, wow, I could really grow my channel if I kind of went off in different avenues. But I gotta be honest with you, man, like there's not really any games or genres that pull me the way that flight sim does. Do you know what I mean? I find it would be difficult for me to like have to be as passionate as I am about flight sim with any other kind of product or subject. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's really my thought process of it. Is I kind of want to go, I kind of want to focus mainly on one thing and just keep it that and keep it going. You know what I mean? And I think honestly, man, for somebody that solely does flight sim to have achieved over 70,000 subscribers, I personally think that's a win for us. I mean, you know, I never in my wildest dreams would ever have thought 6, 7, 8 years ago when I started this channel that we'd be sitting here with over 300 people watching me fly an airplane from Vancouver to LA, talking about the stuff that we talk about and being where we are in this. I never once thought that this would be a thing, right? So, yeah. Cap of all the sims and each of their strengths and weaknesses, but hey, I'm flight modeled. I'm flying my modded FSX now and I love it. Nothing wrong with that, Chris. Nothing wrong at all, man. So you started using Volanta? Yes. Yeah. You're with us, man. This is why you should be a real pilot. Well, I don't know, man. Again, people ask me all the time. I got to be real with you, man. I mean, I am very content with what I do and what I get to do. Would I like to be a pilot one day? Maybe. I don't think I'd ever want to go commercial. Maybe I'll go and get my PPL or something like that. I actually think that would be really cool content here on the channel. Is, you know, I got a bunch of GoPros. Imagine, you know, me doing my PPL and you know, making videos and recording everything and kind of bringing you guys with the process and stuff like that. That's something that I've never forgot about, and that's something that I still think about quite a bit. And I think that that's, something down the line at some point. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think being a CFI later in life would be fun as a side gig. Could be, for sure, Will. Yeah, for sure, man. Wasn't sure what to expect meeting streamers at the expo, but meeting you and Ryan were very worth it. Both top-notch people. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It's funny, man. It's funny because I met somebody, I think it was Mike actually, that came up to me. We're at a restaurant and everybody was trying to pay for me, and I actually went and paid for everybody. This is not a flex whatsoever, but I just wanted to point this out because I actually found it very respectable that somebody like noticed that. So anyways, we were out for dinner and everybody was trying to pay for me, and I basically told everybody to fuck off. I was paying for everybody because they were there with me and at the expo, you know, with the Captain Canada crew and stuff like that. And I remember Mike came up to me afterwards. He goes, he's like, I just wanted to point something out, man. He goes, most people, when somebody would like offer to pay for them, most people would just take that, shut up, and walk away. But he's like, I literally just watched you like fight with these guys over telling them that you're paying for dinner and you're not allowing them to pay for dinner. And he's like, I just want to let you know that like you just gained a bunch of respect in my eyes, because most people, like I said, would just, you know, would just fuck off and let people pay for them and stuff like that. So, it's not what it's about, man. I truly believe that, you know. Why wasn't I invited for this dinner? Where were you? I think that was the night that you weren't there yet, Jarvis, because you came in Thursday night, right? I think this was Wednesday night when we went out. Pretty sure it was Wednesday night, or it might have been Thursday night before you got there. I can't remember. So busy, dude. I can't remember what the hell we did and where we ate. Yeah, you bought Fogo de Chao for everyone. That would be like $3,000. I'm pretty sure. Will. Don't make that kind of money. Sorry. I wish. It was great to meet you and your team at the expo, even though you were very busy. Top-notch shirt. Hey, man. Same to you, Huskers. It was a blast, man. I wish I had more time, dude. How was meeting Swiss? I mean, it was perfectly fine, dude. Like I said, just because I don't like his content doesn't mean that I don't like him as a person. As a person, he was a very courteous. He was very waited in line. He shook my hand. He was a really nice guy in person. I don't have anything against him. Just because I'm not a fan of like the content that he produces, I have no ill will against Swister. I thought he was a great guy. He was a great person. He even came on the stream and did a landing challenge. There's not too many people that would put themselves in that position, being on stream, and he was really funny. He was really cool, man. You know, just go and watch the stream again. He was kind of joking, you know. He sat down and he goes, "Oh my God, now I get to be famous," and started laughing, and you know what I mean, because he looked at the camera and we were streaming, and he saw how many people were watching, and you know. No, you're good, Jarvis. You're good, man. I'm glad we had fun, dude. And hopefully, I know you mentioned, you know, the next one may be a stretch for you to get to just because of how expensive it is, but hopefully we can make this like every 2 years or something, you know what I mean? So, Nash, what's up, man? Welcome back. Seems like a Canadian thing. Us Americans take what we can get. Maybe, Clods, dude. Maybe, dude. Hey, he was a really nice guy when he was on stream. Absolutely.
Captain, you need to listen to your members as to what we want. We want the hot tub while playing X-Plane long haul and rubbing mayo into your beard.
Yes, the mayo. The mayonnaise. Huge show floaties to you, C2A. One day we'll get there. One day. Swift Jam, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. I was supposed to join you guys at Fogo, but it took a long nap. My bad. Uh-oh, Ralph. That sucks, man. That's all good, dude. It happens. I'm sure we'll do something. We'll do something down at the next expo for sure, man. Whether it's Fogo or one of the other ones, I'm sure. Hot tub stream would be good. Jesus Christ. I'll be down in Ottawa later this year for work, so I'll probably hit you up. Yeah, man. Let me know, dude. Some great restaurants around the airport we can go to. Let me know, my man. Mayo on beard. Is that a Canadian thing? Could be. Could be. Depends. All right. You guys are fucking 232 miles till top of descent, chat. We're still looking great. Aircraft looks mighty nice. Party at Cap's cottage. Hey, it's the fiance's cottage. I'll have to convince her to let everybody go there. It's only 3 bedrooms, though, so 3 bedrooms, 4 beds. Everybody's got to bring a tent. Where do you think you're going to host the expo next year? So, Nash, they said that it's either going to be... Well, sorry, they didn't say anything. The speculation, word on the street, is that it's either going to be in Orlando or Vegas. I hope Vegas. I've been to Florida enough. I love Florida. Florida I could literally consider my second home in the U.S., but I've been to Florida so much in my life, I would love to go. I've never been to Vegas, so I'd love to do Vegas. Yeah. The link you have set up for sounds is not working. Is it not working? Sounds. Let's see. Vegas is good? Yeah, well, Vegas is fully legal stretching, too, you know? Interested in the sound packs? No, they're right there, man. FT Sim Yeah, it's right there. Exclamation point sounds. Or you're saying like the website's not working. Yeah, that's weird. The website doesn't seem to be working, does it? Okay, maybe you switched. Hold on. FT Sim. Let's see what happens. It's weird. His home page isn't working, but his 2020 page is working. Okay, hold on. I'll update this in Nightbot for you here. All right, try exclamation point sounds now. Should work. Tango, what's up, mate? How are you, dude? Good to see you. Hey, Cap, don't know if my phone donated in USD. There you go. The USD. It's probably because you're on the app. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Vegas is a great place. I've been there almost every year for 6 years in a row, and I still can't get over how good it is. Oh, man. Did you figure out the sounds? I still can't get them working. I did, John. Yeah, make sure you read the README, John. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Make sure you read the README. Tango, thanks so much for $2, man. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, John, if you read the README, it's going to pop something open like this. And if you have a quick little look-see, hit on the info tab. Just follow these instructions, man.
Streamlabs is being a moody booty to me, so I apologize for the slippage of dollars.
You're good,
Keep
man.
up the good work.
Thank you, Gregory. I appreciate you for the $10 donation. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I appreciate you. That's incredibly kind. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you ever visited X-Plane since the beta? I don't know. We flew it, what, 6-7 months ago? It's the last time. Sklit, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. So, yeah, just follow the instructions, man. Move the 787 Kuro inside the community folder. Open the layout JSON notepad inside the aircraft folder. Look for sound.xml. It looks exactly like this. Delete these two things, and you should be good. Should be good, man. And then you need to run it through the... You need to run the Kuro installer and then make sure you link it through there as well. They should do FS Expo Nashville one year. That could be cool. The Kuro V2 installer makes it super easy. That as well. Yes. Cam, what's your favorite airline? And within that airline, your favorite aircraft and route? No clue, man. I don't really have one. Sorry, dude. Man, somebody just died at the Montreal airport. A man fell while trying to unblock a suitcase stuck in the baggage handling equipment. And he fell. That's pretty crazy. When you fly the Kuro, do you need to run the install in the background like the Phoenix? No. No. When you're there, you should visit Janet Terminal at... can you do that? I don't know if you can. You see that Microsoft has a simpler folder organization than X-Plane? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I would say probably 80% of the stuff have an installer. You just direct it to your community folder. Good to go, man. FS Lab is coming over to Microsoft. Going to be good to see this. Yes. Yeah. Kraken celebrating 8 months. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you very, very much for your support. It's extremely kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dude. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Probably be starting our descent here in approximately 30 minutes, 20 minutes. What do we got left here? 193. What's our ground speed right now? It's quartering headwind. Probably start our descent in about 20 minutes or so. 15, 20 minutes. Is Tolis the only X-Plane holdout? No. You've got quite a few, man. You've got Tolis, you've got Flight Factor, you've got FlyJSim, you've got. I mean, a lot of the scenery developers haven't switched over. A lot have, but there's still a lot of scenery developers that continue to develop. You've got Aerobask. You've got some good developers left still in X-Plane, which somewhat gives me hope. But, like, I don't know what's going on with Aerobask, man. They were supposed to release a Dassault Falcon, and they were working with Dassault on that airplane, and it was supposed to release for X-Men 11, and like they've said it's been what, 9 months, 10 months since X-Men 12 came out, still nothing. So I don't know. There was no Janet terminal. Yeah, there's just like where you would go in, right? Worst flight experience I've had IRL when I was a kid, younger, well, 14 or 15, 16 maybe, getting stuck in Montreal with a snowstorm. Had to sleep overnight on the ground in the terminal. That was bad. Captain, the 787-800 used the new avionics update? It does, yes. I think they said they're making their A321, Mr. Codbeast. No. The scenery.ini, dude. I don't think they'll ever get rid of that. They'd actually have to build a new simulator from the ground up. Not just say they were going to do it. They would actually have to build a new simulator from the ground up in order to remove the ini file. Canada's weather is quite unpredictable. In the winter months, for sure, man. Oslo, Copenhagen, or Stockholm? For scenery, Copenhagen all day long. That Fly Tampa Copenhagen is unreal. Remember having to do that in DFW? Yeah. I delete the ini and let X-Plane rebuild it for me. It takes 10 seconds, much easier. I never open the ini folder. Oh, man. But doesn't it, when you do that, doesn't it do it in alphabetical order, Captain Lee? Like, doesn't it not do it? I mean, I guess that would work for some instances, but like, man, I don't know, man. I remember the couple times that happened to me, I'd still have to go through and mess with it all the time. What state are you over right now? I think we're in California. Where are we? We are all the way down here. Yeah, we're definitely in California. We're just parallel to San Francisco and San Jose right now. What do you think of the Flight Factor 777 V2 based on what they previewed so far? I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm sure it'll be a good airplane, but I don't think they're going to get it out before the PMDG 777, and I think they're just going to be completely overshadowed by that, man. You know, when you do 1 week in America / Canada and 1 week in the rest of the world, on Sundays you do in America, Europe, and vice versa back to the next week. You know, when you do 1 week in America and 1 week in the rest of the world, on the Sundays you should do like an America to Europe, what, like a long haul? No, I don't want to do a long haul every Sunday, man. No way, dude. LAX to Oakland yesterday. Thinking about completing the Big Earns trip. Nice. He's the 737 captain, right? Jamie, huge no floaties to you, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I would not suggest buying X-Plane 12 at full price. X-Plane 12 is actually on sale right now. I think it's like 40 or 50 or 60% off right now, so...
Haven't gotten
yeah.
X-Plane 12 yet. Would you say it's good / worth the $60? Also, I love the stream. Keep up the good work.
Thanks so much, Jamie. If you were to purchase it, I would say get it now. It's on Steam. Like I said, 40 or 50% off, I think, right now, so half price. That is where you want to get it, so yeah. The Kuro rate of burn per engine does not change whether max tow or zero fuel weight. I mean, it's a free airplane, Dank. I don't know what you're expecting, man. I mean, if it was a $50 add-on, I would expect it to do that. Sure, absolutely. But obviously, it's very limited to what it can do. I don't really think it's laughable. Again, it's a free airplane, man. It's not a $50 add-on where I would expect that type of stuff modeled. I know that engine fuel burn and engine burn seems to be a really weird thing in Microsoft. I know that a lot of developers have been struggling with PMDG, Phoenix, all developers that struggled with fuel burn and engine burn and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. You seem to be a little bit too focused on it's a free airplane, man. If you're concerned about the fuel burn, I uninstall it immediately. Like if that's what you're after, like you're looking for that type of realism, you gotta go to you gotta buy a payware airplane, man. I don't know what you're expecting for a completely free mod. I don't know what you're expecting, my man. Like, if you want that type of realism, you gotta spend the money on a product, you know, man. What's the difference between Rolls-Royce and Gen X sounds? Well, different engines, Gigliotti. So different engines. Different 787 operators use different engines. Rolls-Royce and Gen X are the two main engines. So certain operators run the Rolls-Royce, certain operators run the Gen X. Basically, the only difference is the sound. Yeah. Consider Florida your second home, and I consider my local regional airport my second home. I go there a lot. Plus in Flight School, I already have my own coffee mug. See, there you go, Tango. Awesome, man. Got to spend thousands of dollars in P3D if you want to get that. Yep, exactly. Is a fly-by-wire close to Zebo level? I would say so, yeah. Yeah. Mr. Danbury, good to see you. Gap, when do you think the next long haul will be? We did one yesterday. I don't know when the next one will be. Probably not for a little bit. Maybe when the 330 releases, whenever we do get that, or maybe the next big long haul. We may end up doing another one in this one. We'll see. We'll see. Just had some Japanese curry that I made, and the stuff is so yum. Nice. Awesome, dude. We need to get you to Japan, Captain Lee. Go with the 800 with performance improvement package, all the bells and whistles with E-tops, or the 900 since we don't have the max. Could be, yeah, sync. I mean, the 800 is the most common variant, right? So, you ever landed a 380 at Hong Kong? We did once, yes. We went into Kai Tak as a meme. Yeah, the meme stream. I do remember that one. The meme stream. Yeah, I don't know when we can make that happen, but sometime soon. Sometime soon. Playing hooky from work, don't tell anyone? Uh-oh. I'm telling Dan. With the AE2 update, has the weird landing bug been fixed? Yeah, the aircraft doesn't just like slam to the ground. It still feels weird, like I mentioned, man. Departures and takeoff still feel a little bit weird, but yeah. When is top of descent? 128 miles. 128 miles. Yeah. Currently work. Does anyone know if there's a clock on the 320 anywhere that tells the time, like on a 737? Yeah, it's a big button, chrono. It's right above you got your two primary displays above your right side one. It's a little button right here on the dash, says chrono. That's what you do. Soko to land runway 27 RJBE is one of my most favorite approaches. You're turning 25 degrees over the water at 500 to 800 feet and then over land. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah. Kuro 2.01, their V2 of their new flight model comes out, Cap. Yes, hopefully, man. Yeah. Any ATC tonight? I do not know. Looks like we got LA Tower. LA Tower is online. The AOA and the flight directors are part of the upcoming fixes. Got you. Very nice, Mark. Anyone else get mouse glitches on the current update? Mouse glitches? Yeah, like there'll be like a little dot on your mouse or something. Do you plan on buying a Beyond ATC? Probably not. I'll see. But yeah. As somebody that uses like VATSIM and pilotage and stuff like that, I'm just not sure Beyond ATC is going to cut it for me, but yeah. Am I going to get the Fokker 28? No, not interested in that, unfortunately, man. Not interested in flying that airplane. Better butter? Won't butter. I mean, we'll do our best to butter. Try and make it a nice landing. Is VATSIM available on consoles? No, unfortunately not. Round trip or one way? Just one way today, Captain Riyadh. We had a 6-hour stream yesterday, man, so just taking it easy today. Nice one flight. Yeah. Some A300 cargo ops. I'm so ready for that, man. So ready for that. Hopefully we're getting that sooner than later, man. You know iniBuilds. You know it's just going to come out of nowhere, too. It's going to be like, hey, guys, by the way, our A300 is available. It'll be out later this week. That's what I love about iniBuilds. There's no bullshit with these guys. There's no teasers. There's no this. There's no that. It's why I absolutely love working with iniBuilds. No bullshit, man. They're like me. iniBuilds is like the Captain Canada of developers. Zero bullshit. And you know, once you start seeing content creators producing content, that within 24 to 48 hours, it's available to the public. They're not there to tease people. They're not there to piss people off. They're not here to give us endless progress updates. No bullshit. Here's your airplane. Have at it. I love it. I couldn't work for a better company, man. Could not be pleased and be happy with working with a better. And to be able to meet those guys and meet MJ and meet all the developers, and like I've been friends with some of these guys on Discord for 4 or 5 years and I've never met them in real life. And to be able to meet these guys in real life, like Todorico. Do you guys remember Todorico? The guy who made the Tolus A319 textures? Remember he put out a mod and he completely redid the Tolus 319 textures, and then Tolus actually ended up hiring him for when they did their like V2 of the 319, and he completely did all the textures for their 319. Like I was finally able to meet him, and like him and I have been chatting since 2018, 2019. We've been chatting on Discord with one another, so to be able to meet these guys that now work with iniBuilds and stuff, just a pleasure, man. Absolutely, Camille. That's it. So that's what I'm saying. You know, they released their, you know, I would think that it'll probably be out within a month or two. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh man, some of the cargo ops that we're going to be able to do. Oh, chat. DHL, FedEx, UPS. I mean, just be able to go to so many cool airports. Cat, when the A330 comes out, you should do an Aer Lingus flight from Manchester to JFK. Maybe, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Do you know what happened to Flying Fabio? He used to be one of the biggest Microsoft Flight Simulator streamers on Twitch, but he barely streams anymore. Apparently he's known to do that, Will. Apparently he's very, very up and down. Very, very up and down. I don't know a lot about him. I did meet him in 2021 in San Diego. He was there at the expo in San Diego. I did meet him very briefly. I'm assuming, I know he was a real world pilot, so I'm assuming he probably either got back into aviation or along those lines. That would be, see, there you go, chat saying, Winter Splash just said he's a CFI. I would expect that to be the case. Like I said, man, you can make good money doing streaming and stuff like that, but I feel like there's more money to be had if you were to get like real CFI operation jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, he's I know that throughout the community he has the reputation of being extremely flaky. I have no clue if this is true or not. I really don't know. I'm just giving you what I've heard throughout the community. Is he has a reputation of not being the most inconsistent, or sorry, being the most consistent streamer. Apparently he's very inconsistent with his times and schedules and hot and cold and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's the case. I really don't know. I don't spend, you know, a majority of my time spent on Twitch is like watching Chewy or London Controller in the morning before I go live and stuff like that. So yeah. So I don't know, man. He was a great person when I met him. He knew who the channel was. He knew me. Very kind guy. Very knowledgeable guy. Great speaker. Seems like a really nice guy. I just don't know him. I just don't know him. You know. He suffers from anxiety too, which I saw he was looking for a full-time job, and that can explain a lot of it too, man. I can definitely listen. I can 100% attest to that, man. There was a time where I was doing the flight sim stuff, chat. I've spoken about this candidly about it. I suffered for a good like year of like where I felt this immense pressure to just have the most perfect landings and most perfect approaches every single time, that it was to the point where like I was driving myself crazy, man. I was giving myself like goddamn heart palpitations and stuff, and I was just freaking myself out and making myself so anxious for nothing. I don't know, all of a sudden, just like one day I woke up and it just clicked, and it was just like, wait a second, dude, you're doing flight sim. Like, who fucking cares if you butter every single landing, or if you ever, you know, if you fly the most perfect approach? You're not flying in the real world. You're not a real pilot. You're not trained. You've literally, everything that you've done, you've taught yourself on flight sim. And the second I went into it with that mentality, I think it just completely opened up the doors for me. And like, now I really only get like nervous in a sense, like when we're doing like a super long haul, like a 10 or 11 hour flight. There's just that little bit of anxiety of, man, I really don't want to mess up this landing because I just spent 11 hours flying, you know what I mean? But that's really the only time like I get anxious now, or I feel any type of anxiety. Now, shit, dude, I just have so much fun with it, man. Like, I don't care, dude. We have a bad landing. Hey, gives chat something to laugh at me about, and it's all, you know, whatever. For the most part, I'd say we're pretty successful at what we do, and I think we have, in my opinion, I think we have some absolute fantastic landings, and I think we do a great job for flying. Yeah. Hello, Captain. Do you prefer this livery over the new one? I like them both. This one I like on certain airplanes. The new one I prefer on most of the airplanes. Yeah. Stream right now, you add to the issues with depression and barely upload or stream as much as I'd like to. Yeah, 100%, man. I feel you, dude. And it's taken me a lot of time. I have some friends and stuff that have been going through, you know, some anxiety and depression, and I've always been the type of person, and I don't know if this is like right of me, but like, I've always been the type of person that like, nobody's going to give you shit, man, and nobody's going to do anything for you. So if you're going through something right now, man, you got to dig deep and you got to deal with it, because, you know, sure, you can hide behind prescription pills and you can go to the doctor and you can speak to therapists and you can do this. At the end of the day, if you're not willing to change your habits and you're not willing to change what you're doing that is causing you to feel this way or act like that, then you're not really wanting to change, or you don't really want to change, man. We're all in control of we're all in our own devices, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be the one willing to change and make those changes. If you know, like I said, man, I went through that for a year, dude, and like, I'm not kidding, dude. Like, I would finish streams, chat, and my heart would just be racing out of my chest. And as somebody who's lost a father from like a heart attack, and it puts even more mental stress on you, because you're like, fuck, is this normal? Should my heart be beating out of my chest while I'm trying to enjoy my hobby and land my airplane and stuff like that? Like, you know, should I be concerning myself about all these things that are going on? And it's like I said, it's just one of those things that I feel like you got to face it. You got to be the, you know, the bigger person and kind of deal with that type of stuff, you know? Watch real world landings on YouTube, and the real pilots don't butter everything. 100%. Do I watch basketball? No, unfortunately. No, I do not. That concerns me about World Flight. I don't have a decent controller to practice with. I don't know if I'll be doing any landings at World Flight. I mean, I would spend a little bit of money, Daniel Barry. See if you can get them. See Prime Day. What Prime Day is coming up tomorrow, Dan? I would go and put that Thrustmaster Boeing yoke in your basket and see how much it's on sale, Dan. Because yeah, or well, we'll talk after stream. Yeah. Now you're good, Emperor. Listen, man, like I said, dude, as somebody who's been through it, man, as somebody who's had to make changes just based off, you know, I'm a huge advocate of that, dude. Nobody's going to do nothing for you, man. And like I said, dude, I feel like, you know, you guys know me. I'm a huge advocate for like medicinal things outside of prescription pills and stuff like that, dude. I find prescription pills and all those other things, they just let you hide behind that, right? They numb everything to the point where you're just hiding behind this fake facade of things, right? It's not truly fixing you, it's just suppressing how you're feeling. And if you really want to change, you got to figure out what's causing those issues, and you got to change yourself, man. Tough love is maybe the best way to represent it, you know what I mean? You got to be tough on yourself, man, and you have to really truly dig deep and figure out what's going on. And obviously, you know, I'm not saying that obviously medication has to work for some people, and otherwise it wouldn't be a thing, but in my personal opinion, I don't think that like medication and prescriptions are the way to go. Personally, I'm not saying that you don't have to be on them. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. You know? It's crazy to say that. Today was literally the day I was going to make an appointment with a therapist. and I've been back and forth over it. Already should or not. Listen, man, I'm not telling you what you should do, man. Maybe that'll work for you, Emperor. I'm just saying, maybe take some of what I'm saying and just truly dig deep, man, and figure out what's upsetting you, and figure out what's upsetting you, and figure out why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And I think that that's going to do a lot better than just shelling out some money for somebody to say, well, try this, try that, try this. Just stretch, it works. I mean, kid, you know. What you make the difference during tough times is when you realize that you were telling your problems to someone that just look at the clock and takes the money and got to do it yourself. Well, that's exactly it. Exactly it, man. Yeah. Cap, if I get to an airport and talk his national language, can I speak it in VATSIM? Yeah, as long as they're, yeah, I mean, most of the time you're going to want to speak English, but there's nothing wrong with, you know, if you're flying in you know, flying in the Middle East and he speaks Arabic or something, yeah, you can totally do that. Yeah. New stream, Dr. Canada. I love that you care about your viewers' mental health. You have to, man. You have to, dude. I mean, listen, I'm a human being as well. I am a content creator and a streamer, but I'm also a human being. I also go through real life problems, right? Like I've always been extremely open about some of the stuff that I have to go through, dude. I mean, it's not, you know, and a lot of us are young. A lot of us are, you know, late 20s, early 30s, 40s. There's constantly stuff going on, man, that you got to look out for, dude. You always got to look out for yourself at the end of the day, and what's right for you. And it's important that I feel, you know, I totally understand that people get in certain ways, and I guess maybe it's just because personal experiences, like I said, with friends and stuff that I have, and personal things that have happened to me, you know. So yeah, sometimes multiple modalities will get it done starting down the road to recovery. 100%, man. Yeah. Thank you, Emperor. Appreciate you, man. Cam Canada for this. He kept just trying to look at this stuff for a while, but you know, I could purchase 77 on the marketplace. I bought the deluxe version, not the premium deluxe. Unfortunately, you can't. The only way to get it would be to upgrade to the premium deluxe version, and I'm not quite sure how to do it, to be honest with you. I really don't know. Yeah. Amazon has a yoke on sale. I cannot drink energy drinks. They kill you. I've been eating healthy. There you go. Awesome job, Dan. Great. Yeah, Dan, I would say take a look at Amazon, see how much that yoke costs. Because, I mean, this is pretty realistic to what we're going to be flying in World Flight, you know? But, I mean, Dan, you can also, I mean, don't feel that you have to fly. Like, if you want to do first officer and you just want to take care of all the first officer, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think anybody's going to have problems with that. Like, if you just want to take care of your first officer side of things and you want the pilot flying, whether it's me, Jeff, Maverick, whoever it may be, I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with that. I would just let them know that, Dan. You know what I mean? I don't think the payment issue's an issue. Dan's rolling in money over there, Mark, okay? Dan's loaded. He's filthy loaded up there in Edmonton. He doesn't do any... What are you going to do in Edmonton? It's frozen tundra. It's just frozen tundra all the time. Actually, what's the weather in Edmonton right now? Weather, Edmonton. Well, he needs to pay me. Exactly. That's what I say, man. What's the weather today? Hey, 19 degrees. Damn it, that's a beautiful day. That is a beautiful day up there. He's probably scouring the internet right now for a yoke, I bet you. What's the weather like here today? It was pretty warm when I took Daisy out earlier. Some people with money keep their money. It's very true. Very true. 27 here. Ooh, big difference. What's the humidity? 61%. Ugh. Not nice here today, chat. How's the 77 been? It's been good, Hussein. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun flying it, dude. I'm already well aware that there's lots of real pilots that will be on the roster. I'm under no illusion that I will be pilot in command at World Flight Team. Well, exactly. I mean, you can be. But like I said, dude, it's up to you, man. You know, we're not. We're all easygoing, man. It's really completely up to you, right? 36 in Palmdale. Ooh. That's warm. Milan is hot, too. 33. Oof. Did you get the sound pack sorted out? I did, Rydog, yeah. Much better. Much better. Yes, I did. We're actually about to start our descent, chat, after 2 hours and... Sorry, not even. An hour and 56 minutes. About to start our descent. An hour and 55 minutes elapsed time. Good. In love with the TM yoke. The TM Airbus has been collecting a little dust. Ah, man, the yoke is so good, dude. Regardless, Dan, I think you should check. Maybe just put it in your cart right now, Dan. You can use my link down below. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Use my link down below for the Thrustmaster yoke on Amazon Canada, and just see what the price is going to be like tomorrow. Like if it's $50 off, $100 off, I would say pull the trigger, man. Just even if you have it. I don't know what your current setup, if you can even support it, but even just to have the yoke for when you are ready to move to the yoke, I mean, this thing is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Where do you see yourself when you're at the age of 50? That's a great question, man. You know, that's another thing. We're talking about mental health and all this stuff. That's another thing that I also like to point out, just how stressful this can be sometimes, because honestly, dude, at the end of the day, I have no fucking clue. And I mean that in like the nicest way that I can possible. Like I don't, you know, I have no clue, man. I have no clue where this is going to take me. This is one of the things that used to give me a lot of anxiety when it came to this, was what's the future? You know what I mean? Like, where am I going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Like, is this something that's sustainable? Am I going to be able to do this for the foreseeable future? Or is streaming and flight simming going to be gone, right? So there's reasons why I've invested in myself, kind of. You know, there's reasons why I, you know, buy tractors and buy property, and, you know, so I've got my little, you know, I've got my little farm now, my 36-acre farm and fiance, and so I really don't know, man. I'm really just enjoying the moment, and I think that's why I have so much fun in my streams, is because I just try not to worry about things like that, right? I don't know, man. I'm just doing this, and I personally think that like live streaming and content creation is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as cable companies continue and Hollywood continues to let us down with just bullshit and stuff that comes out. Content creation, people want to be here, right? Like that's the beauty of content creation, is people want to be here. People are here. Nobody's forcing them, right? They're not sitting on a TV like flicking through the channels and you know, oh well, I'll just stick on this channel because this is what, right? People are here because they want to be here. People support because they want to support. So as long as I have that coming in, I see myself streaming at 50 years old. I don't see why not, right? So, but in reality, who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? The farm doesn't sell anything. It's a horse farm. So we have 36 acres. 19 horses currently are boarded there. So a horse pays between $350 to $550 a month to board there. We also do breeding, so we've got a stallion. People pay to breed their stallion. We also have breeding horses, so horses specific for breeding. So the stallion breeds with the horse makes a baby, you sell the baby for thousands of dollars, right? So there's a lot of ways of income and stuff like that, but yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is, you have to be very careful. FS Aviation, like XP, I love XP, I love Kirk, everything about him. It's a part-time thing for him, right? He's not doing it as a full-time career. That's where you have to be a little bit mindful. This is my full-time job. I don't make money outside of my channel and flight sim, right? So, you know, a lot easier as somebody who's doing it part-time but has a full-time career outside of this. Probably a lot easier to look at this and say, oh yeah, I can do this till I'm, you know, whatever. So I fancy myself a bit of a stallion. This guy, dude. You want to come live on the farm there, right, dog? I got a nice stall for you. Oh, man. What days do you stream? Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can put exclamation point schedule in chat, man. Yeah. There you go, come, Dan. Nothing wrong with that, man. Whatever you got to do, dude. You got it. Horse farming is a good, certainly with racehorses. My family's a background on that. We're very successful. Yeah, absolutely, Tom. We have a couple actually old racehorses that are actually there as well. So, yeah. What's the last job you had before YouTube? I'm a special medal. I'm trained. Actually went to university and college for metallurgy. Try and say that fast. Yeah, so I was a special metals welder, so I do have a background, I guess, that I could fall onto, although I haven't welded anything in probably 4 or 5 years. Well, it's kind of like riding a bike. I'd probably be fine, but yeah, before I started doing this, I was welding. Yep. And actually what got me into this, or sorry, what kind of thrusted me into content creation was I was working for a company right out of school for 5 years, and the company went under. They just decided to close the doors. So I actually got put on employment insurance, which you pay into in Canada when you do have a job. Every month they take something off your check. So I actually got employment insurance. My employment insurance was for up to 9 months, 9 months to a year of coverage. So I was making like 70% of my salary. I was making 70% of my salary, basically living at home and streaming. So it kind of allowed me to put a lot of time and effort into flight sim and do this stuff and not have to worry about like income on the side of things. So yeah. Did you see the new Apple TV series Hijack? I did not. No, I don't have Apple TV or anything. How come you don't use the HUD? I honestly don't like the HUD, Jack. I gotta be honest with you, man. Not only do you have to like sit really weird in the seat for it to like work properly, I'm just not the biggest fan of the HUD, man. I just don't like it, dude. There's too much going on the screen. Just let me look outside the window. Let me look outside the window and see what we're doing. I can see much easier and operate the aircraft much better this way. You're going to hire a comfy man, and good on you. We'll see, dude. I mean, that's the plan, right? And that's why I said I'm kind of investing a lot of my YouTube money and the money that I make doing this back into myself and my property. And because at the end of the day, when I'm 50, 60 years old, hey, you know, if streaming's not a thing anymore, at least I have property that I can sell for $1 million, $1.5 million. I don't know. Who knows what it's going to be worth then, right? So, you be trying out the Fokker? No, not interested, Ellis. Sorry, man. Not interested, man. They've I had the opportunity to do a pre-release stream and stuff like that, man, but it's just not for me, dude. The airplane's not for me.
For your stretching anxiety.
This guy, man. Mark, coming in with the $20 donation. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thank you very, very much for support. I will add that onto your total up here for the month. Huge no floaties to you, Mark. Thank you, my man. Drop in another $20 donation, $170 on the month for Mark. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you, dude. Once you go HUD, you never go back. I don't know, man. Maybe one day we'll do it, but Pranav, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Cat, my dad works for Rolls-Royce, so if you need any engine info, just let me know. Sounds good. You got to make the money work for you. Exactly. Does Microsoft have a 737 MAX? Not yet, but we're getting one with PMDG. So, yeah. I love the Kuro mod with the FT Sim sounds. Been flying it a bunch. Only immersion braking aspect is unrealistically nosediving during descent. Have you found a way to prevent the nosedive? Cheers. I really think it just depends on your approaches, man. It's been pretty good for me right now. We're descending at about 2,000 feet per minute. It really hasn't moved from there. It's like between 1,800 and 2,000 feet per minute. So I really haven't noticed any issues with it. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I'm fingers crossed lucky. Even yesterday when we were descending like 3,000 feet per minute and stuff. So yeah. Can you check the charts again? Sure. What would you like to see? I just know we're at 280 knots, which I've got plugged in now. And then we need to be at 250 knots for Simon. 250 for Simon. Check your CG if it's nosediving. There you go. Yeah, I always go with like a 30% CG. I don't know if that's correct, but yeah. I watched your earlier streams. You were a little cray-cray. Yeah, absolutely, man. Especially when I used to have the microphone. I used to just yell into the microphone. Yeah, dude, we've come a long way, man. That's why somebody yesterday was saying like he thinks my streams are, he thought, he was a nice guy, I forget his name, but he, you know, he was saying I think your streams are really negative now, and I was like, I actually don't think that at all. I maybe think we talk about more like actual serious subjects maybe, but I actually think we used to be way crazier, man. Which replay am I using? Just the default one, Felix. Is Ottawa in Canada? It is, yes. It's actually the capital of Canada. The nosedive is a visual bug. It's getting fixed in the next update. Yeah, so I feel like I've kind of fixed it. So you can see I changed my camera setup. So I feel like my camera is a lot more, I think before what was going on was I had like the camera tilted down, so it was giving that aspect. I'll try and do it up here. So if you look at this, but look at like when I look up, you see how like the aspect becomes a little bit weird? I think that's what was going on. It becomes almost like a fisheye where everything kind of just like, so anyways, I think that's what's going on. We'll see what it's like. But Mel, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. You've already set your auto brakes? I have, yes. Position number 2. Number 2 on the auto brake. It's plenty for this airplane at this weight. We're not very heavy at all. So, should be no issues. You can see here we've got 7.6 on the fuel. Gross weight is 153.6. Good. He was upset that we weren't talking Microsoft on a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. What are you going to do? Like I said, man, he ended up being a really cool guy. I think he was just giving his personal opinion of what he was seeing, but I don't know how many streams he watches. Maybe he was just in on that one, and he's like, man, this is negative. But I don't know, man. I feel like for the most part, we pretty much all have a good time, and we're all kind of laughing and joking about. ATIS information, Charlie. Altimeter is 299er3. We've got 299er3 plugged in. Next thing we just need is our minimums, chat. So minimums for 24 right will be minimums 322. Good. We'll bug that up. 322. All right, 322 is in for our minimums. Good. No, stop. I'm telling you, dude, this mouse acceleration on this is so bad. Were you happy after FS 2024 announcement? Sure, absolutely. It means my hobby and my job and the things that I get to do just continue on, man, with a new simulator. Absolutely, I'm happy, for sure. All right, we got a speed restriction, 250 knots now, so we'll go ahead and plug that in. 250, good. It's probably saying drag required. Yeah, that's fine. We'll clear that out. Speaking of drag, I'm going to arm my ground spoilers. Good. Can you show your setup one day? What do you mean, Charles? I mean, if you want to see like my streaming setup, just put my Instagram in, man. Exclamation point Insta, exclamation point FB. I've got pictures up on Instagram, man. I'm kind of I don't like to like gloat about my setup and the things that I have for my flight sim. So I'm not really, I don't know, man. I don't really like to show off like what I have. And to be fair, I have quite a minimalistic setup. I mean, we've got the 2 PCs, 3 monitors. I don't know, man. I just don't like to gloat about it. I feel like I'm very fortunate to have what I have, but I don't feel like I need to show everybody every day. Hey guys, don't forget I've got a $10,000 streaming setup. Ha 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 ha. I don't know, man. I don't feel the need to do that stuff. So there are pictures up if you're interested. Nothing's changed from that picture on my Instagram. It's same reason I haven't shown the farm or shown my fiance, or I just don't feel the need to do that. I'm on the internet, man. We're streaming Flight Sim, right? You're not here to look at the room that I'm in. You're here to watch what I'm doing, and that's why we've got the yoke cam, and we've got, I show everything that we're doing here, show you the products that I'm using and how I do things, and to me, that's enough, right? I don't think we need to go anything crazy, Well, we've got the game PC, we've got the stream PC, and the stream PC is actually somewhat new, so. How far is the green screen from me? I don't know, probably 5 feet behind me. Yeah, 4 or 5 feet behind me. Here, do you want me to go out to the green screen? There. I'm now hitting the green screen. It's not that far. It's not that far. Don't forget the dusty models. Actually, they're still clean. Might have to do another long haul cleaning, so yeah. You invented the yoke cam? Actually, it wasn't me. It was actually Thrustmaster. So when I first was looking for a Thrustmaster sponsorship, they were like, hey, how about this? We'll send you a bunch of our products, but you have to make like a camera that shows your hand on the product, because that's what the business people want to see. That's what the guys in suits at Thrustmaster want to see. And I said, okay. And I remember coming home and I remember buying a second camera. And that was the invention of the yoke cam or the joystick cam or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have pants on, always wear shorts. Always wearing shorts, man. Even in the middle of winter. Do you know how hot it gets, dude? Sitting between two PCs and monitors, and like I have fans on the ground constantly blowing up at me, you know? Here comes the hot tub stream. Hey man, we got room for it, chat. I just proved we got room for the hot tub back there. I've heard that Microsoft will be testing 2024 beta like 2020 soon, early testing. I have not. Nope. I had no clue. That's pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Hey Cap, you're a real airline pilot? I am not. I do not hold any license. No. I'm sorry if you thought so, but no, I don't hold any license. Yeah. Was a Captain Canada's for 4 days. Can confirm, wear shorts all the time. That was even in the middle of winter, Dan. The only time I put pants on is when I got to go out the door, chat. Otherwise, I'm wearing shorts. And even then, summertime, shorts. Still going. Still going. All right, frequencies plugged in here. 1085, 251. Let's come down here. Let's go to our nav rad. 1085, 251. Beautiful. All of that looks good. I'm happy with that. We can expect, opening up the charts, having a look at 24 right. We can expect, what do we need to be at for, where can we take this in? Live-in is where we have it. I think this is going to take us where to? It's going to take us to Gatto, and then Gatto we need to be 071. Oop. Plug this in 071. All right, we got that on our heading, so that's good. If you are in front of me, don't vector yourselves too far, guys. You can totally make that turn in. I just don't want to. I can already see there's an aircraft that's already gone way past here. You should probably turn in. I don't know. At Mercy, I guess we should go in. What do we need to be at? Mercy for what? What was it? Mercy for 4,000. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So if everybody flying, if you're in front or behind, if we can all aim to be at Mercy for 4,000 and then vector ourselves in, I think we'll be good to go. I think we'll be good to go. The only Fokker plane that I'll fly is the Fokker 100. Just fly Jetsco for the memes. I mean, I like I've mentioned, dude, I have nothing against, like, it looks like a really great plane. The sounds, the visuals, the flight model, everything looks great about that plane. I'm just, I'm not interested in flying a VOR to VOR airplane. It's just not my style of flying. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you enjoy flying, all the power to you. It looks like an incredible aircraft. But I'm just not, yeah, I'm not interested in flying that. Shorts on a wife beater for the wedding? Oh boy. I don't think she'd let me live that one down, to be honest with you. All right, let's pause the music here. We're looking good, great music. Again, if you guys are interested, we'll just bring this up one more time. World Flight, we do have a new command for that. So if you want more information, !WF in chat, and you can follow the commands in there. We're direct at Gatto now for 6,000, which we're at here. Is there a speed restriction at Gatto? I think it was 230, 210. Ooh, okay. Got to bring that speed back down to 210, chat. 210 on the speed, good. And it's taking us direct Gatto now. And then we can go and put ourselves on a heading of 071. Can you say Fokker? That's a little Fokker, isn't it? Don't worry, dude. I saw all the streams already. I've seen everybody. I've seen all the craziness and madness about what people have been saying. Everybody was going crazy in the stream. They're like, oh, such a little Fokker. I can only imagine the memes that are going to be there. There's downtown LA. Hello. Looking good. Such a cute little Fokker. All right, landing lights are on. We're 6,000 feet. I'm going on radar vectored heading 071. Good. We're on heading select. Beautiful. Meet the Fokkers. Dude, I love those movies, man. I love those movies. You did such a good job. How come you don't do fighter jets on this channel? I'm just not into that, Nash. It's just not my type of flying, man. I love my modern style commercial jets. That's literally who I am. That's what gets me excited. That's what I enjoy flying. That, in my opinion, provides the channel with the best entertainment value. It's just what I am, you know. Towers online, they are. Yeah, we're going to be tuning into them soon. Once we make our turn on to final, we'll contact Tower. It's going to be on 120950. Yeah. The Fokker would bring 700 plus viewers. It will. Come on. No, it won't, dude. Why? No. I've watched every single content creator stream. There was a content creator that was streaming it before me, and he didn't even break 400 viewers on his departure. No, dude. If it was a newer, modern plane, absolutely. But I hate to break it to you, man. That's a very niche market, man. That is a very, very niche airplane. That's not a major release, man. Yes, because those are actual airplanes. The AN-225, nothing like that has ever been done for any simulator. So yes, of course, that's going to bring people in. ATR, we hyped up the ATR forever. Everybody was super excited for the ATR. Absolutely, yes. There's not too many people that are excited for the Fokker, man. It's a very niche market. Very, very niche market. And again, Will, you should know this by now, man. I'm not here for clickbait, dude. I don't give a fuck about the views, man. I'm not here to, I don't stream to inflate my ego with people watching my channel. It's not why I'm here, man. I don't care. It's not things that I care about, right? You should know that by now, man. I'm not just going to stream something because it's going to bring me more views. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to stream stuff that I truly enjoy doing and operating. I could care less if it brings 700 viewers to the channel. That's cool, man. I'd rather have 400 people that actually want to be here for the purpose of being here, not because I'm showcasing some new thing or something. Trying to help the growth? No. Not really, man. If we're going to help the growth, let's do things, let's do things properly, and let's do things the way that, I feel that things should be done. Again, I'm not here to fly. I'm not going to fly something that I'm not going to enjoy flying because it has a potential to bring more viewers. Gamer Toys, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Have a great landing, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully, my friend. I'm trying to get Microsoft. What graphics card do you recommend? The bigger, the better. The more money that you can spend on your setup, the better it is, man. I don't know. I mean, if you're building a PC right now, I think it's hard to say not to get a 4000 series. I would look for a 4000 series, man, as I think that that is the best optimum, especially if you're building something right now. Should be a 4000 series. All right, we're going flaps 1. We do have an airplane in front of us, so we're going to slow down here a little bit. We don't want to get too up and behind him. He's about 5 miles in front of us. I'm going to tune to LA Tower now as well, 12095. Let Tower know we are on about a 15-mile final. Los Angeles Tower, very good afternoon. Air Canada 554, 15-mile final, 24 right.
Air Canada 554, Los Angeles Tower, good afternoon. 4.5 is preceded by a Boeing 737, wind 2408, runway 24 right, clear to land.
24 right, clear to land, Air Canada 554, thanks. All right, now, where does Air Canada park here? That's the big one, Chad. Where do they park? Ooh, they park all the way, okay, well, we can't do that, so we're going to be parking down. All right, we're going to be parking down here at one of the other gates. Approach speed 139. 139. We're getting real close. I swear that Boeing looks like he's fully configured, chat. We're going to get fully configured here a little bit early. Gear down. Flaps 15 degrees because that airplane is... Yeah, we're like 3 miles now. I almost feel like he was fully configured. So we're going to get fully configured. What did I say it was? 139. 139. Let's go flaps 25 degrees. What's that place? CRL. Interesting. All right, and approaching VRF speed, we'll go flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps. Ground spoilers are armed already. That's all set. Speed's good. That's good. Oh, fuck, chat. I didn't even... Completely forgot. I was so worried about the aircraft in front of us. I put a stupid high up on the approach. My bad. I'll try and get us back down in time. Bear with me. Hang tight for a sec. I was so focused on the airplane in front of me, I completely forgot to hit the approach button. Chat's probably screaming at me. We'll see if we can bring it back up. We should be okay. We'll just descend very heavily to try and catch back up on the slope. I think we're good. Still watching the aircraft in front of us. It's going to be real close, chat.
2,500.
Thank you. All right, all of our lights are on. That's good. That's set. Wonderful. We'll start the replay. Yes, thank you. Replay is set and on. Good. All right, glide slope's coming now. There we go. Back onto glide slope. We'll chill that out. Now we're back on glide.
Hello, LA Tower, Air 244.
All right, there's glide path. Beautiful. Back on track. Nothing to see here, chat. No problems.
Air Canada 2244, heavy Los Angeles Tower.
There's SoFi Stadium.
Heavy company traffic, 5 miles ahead, caution brake turbulence, wind 240.
All right, cool. Joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the arrivals, friends. Catch you down on the ground. My throttles. My airplane.
1,000.
Check. All right, landing checklist. Gear down, 3 green. Flaps are 30 and indicated. Ground spoilers are armed with a green light. Cabin crew is advised. You guys are advised. We've been cleared to land. We've got our charts open. I think we're going to hit Alpha Alpha probably. So let's just try and fly this as nicely as we can. Remember that it is a default airplane. Going to do our best here, chat. Remember to keep the power in as well in this airplane. If you cut the power, you're basically going to fall out of the sky. That wind is just
500.
going all over the place now. At least it's blowing down the runway, but
Westjet 1696 vacated, 24 right, Alpha Alpha. Westjet 1696, welcome to Los Angeles, head Alpha Alpha, cross runway 24 left, taxi to parking via Echo, good day. Alpha Alpha, cross 24 left, and taxi parking via Echo, thank you.
Continue. Ah, you missed me.
$50, $40, $30, $20, $10.
Reversers, nose down gently. Decelerating. .60 knots, reverser stowed. We'll vacate here to the left. Oof. I actually feel like that was a really good landing, Jet. I feel that was a really good landing. Cool. Back up into the flight deck. Sweet. What do we think it was? All right. Onto the brakes. Hold short of 24 right. The brakes need some work as well. They're a little bit wonky. They bounce you and stuff. What do you guys think the landing was? 222. Well, I don't know about that one, chat. We got a 178 yesterday, and that definitely felt softer than a 222. But hey, we'll take it. 222 is what they're saying. I don't know about that one. Like I said, landing rates are a little bit weird. Hold on. What does Sim Toolkit Pro give us? Let's see what Sim Toolkit Pro gave us. Sim Toolkit Pro gave us a 133.
Welcome to Los Angeles at Zulu, cross runway 24 left, and then taxi to parking via Echo Kilo. Good day.
Cross 24 left at Zulu Echo Kilo into the ramp. Air Canada 554. Thanks for ATC, man.
Anytime.
All right, cool. So a 222 and a 133. I don't know who to believe. I don't know which one. We'll watch the replay, chat, and we'll look at all. We'll watch it together, and we'll see exactly how how it looks. All right. Lee, 27 months. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate you, man. 27 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. Volantis foot per minute is not very accurate. We'll see, man. Like I said, dude, we'll watch the replay. We can see. We'll see what it looks like. But just judging by how the camera moved, it felt much smoother than yesterday.
Captain won't do the Fokker for the same reason why he doesn't do GS streams. He doesn't enjoy flying them.
Exactly.
Even that Mopar dude and Danbury prop-up stuff doesn't even happen anymore.
Yeah. See? Telling you. Show floaties, man. Thanks for support, dude. And Jonathan celebrating 27 months as well. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you, Jonathan. Huge no floaties to you, C2A. Thank you very much for support, man. All right, he gave us Echo Kilo, and we're going to go into stand 130. Echo Kilo 130. Gate. I don't know if it's going to be here. 130. Might find it, actually. Oh, they were just there. 130 heavy. Nope. Sweet. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, crossing the runway. Let's go and get landing lights, runway turnoffs, strobe lights, wing lights, all to the off position. Welcome to Los Angeles. We'll stop the clocks here as well. 2 hours and 27 minutes. 2 hours and 27 minutes. Oof, performance on VATSIM not the best at this airport. Almost a little bit of a stuttery little mess there. I wonder what it's like if I log off of VATSIM. Let's see. Off of VATSIM up into the 35s. A lot more manageable in my opinion. Can I see my graphic settings? Amir, put exclamation point MSFS in chat, man. Yeah. Exclamation point MSFS. Okay, we'll stop the recording. We got that. We can't turn off the engines, chat. Just remind, can't turn off the engines. Just curious of why you're not filing on Pilot Edge. Same reason, man. I wanted people to be able to join, dude. We did our Pilot Edge flight this week, Will. We flew from, you were here. We did Denver to Salt Lake and back to Denver on Pilot Edge. I'm not going to overdo it, man. There's not a lot of people that get to join me when I fly on Pilot Edge. There's a lot more people that get to join when I do VATSIM. As a community-based flight sim streamer, I think it's important to allow my community to be able to fly with me if they want to fly with me. That's one of the main reasons. Randy, thanks for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. 7 months. Says, this was a great flight with a great conversation. Thanks for great content, Cap. Hey, man. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for celebrating 7 months. Incredible, man. Which FPS can I expect with a brand new PC with a 4070 Ti more or less? Probably a little bit better than what I'm getting. Depends if you're using frame generation as well, so. How come we're not turning the engines off? What? How do we get to the gate if the engines are off? Oh, you're saying for the replay. I thought you were talking about right now. I was about to say, for replay purposes, it doesn't work with the replay if you turn the engines off. Let's pull up the APU as well. Trying to do 1440p. What CPU do you recommend? As best as you can get, man. New Ryzen CPU, i9 13900K. Whatever you can get, man. Whatever you can get. All right, taxi lights coming off. Beautiful. We're into the ramp area. Looks like our gate's going to be right up here, 130, where we selected. It's going to be the last one. Over here on the right. Frame generation with a 4070 Ti will probably get around 50 to 60 FPS. I mean, that's perfection, right? Perfection. Cool. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down the thumbs up. Thanks, everybody, for being here today, man. I really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that arrival. It felt super smooth to me, man. We even put her down like almost on the 1,000 footers, so super pleased with how that all went today. Now, where do they have us? 50. Okay, they want us on the right line here. Turn this on. 130 alpha. Get ourselves into the ramp. It's got 3 jet bridge. Look at this one. This is definitely for like 380s and stuff. Look at how high that jet bridge is up off the ground. Jesus. It's pretty wild. All right. Get ourselves into the stand, and then we'll go ahead and watch our replay. Alrighty, perfect. That's what I mean about the brakes. They're a little bit like, park brakes on. All right, cool. Let's go to the overhead. We'll get all the lights back on for our replay. I know this looks a little bit weird, but we have to do this. That's all good. Let me set the flaps back down for 30. Ground spoilers, we'll arm them. Okay, ground spoilers are armed. Bring all the flaps down, then we'll be able to watch our replay, chat. We will be able to watch our replay. We don't need that open anymore. Beautiful. Come up here. How do you set these meters? What do you mean? How do you get the replay feature on Microsoft? You need to go to the Escape, General Options, Experimental, Replay Tool on. Only works if you're on PC, I believe. I don't think this is available on Xbox. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's available. Cool. Let's watch a replay, shall we? We'll hit the play button. Hey, there we go. Nice. We'll bring this forward. We don't need to watch it from there. We can watch it from, let's say about 1,000 feet, right about there. Should be good. Cool. Let's watch some wing views coming in, shall we? Always beautiful when you get to see the views coming in. And now we get to make up our mind and see if we really think that was a 222. I mean, listen, even at a 222 for a big airplane like this, I don't even think 222 is a bad landing. But it felt smoother than yesterday's landing. And yesterday we got a 178. So I don't know. And I also will point out, these landing rate calculators, I literally think it's myth. I get conflicting reports from them so many times. They do so many different things. You can land once and it feels like the exact same landing and it'll give you some crazy rate. So it is more for just for fun, if anything, you know, seeing what these rates are. But for one to give us 222 and one to give us 133 though, that's quite a big difference. So I'm curious to see if it's somewhere in the middle, if it's more towards a 222, if it's more towards a 133. It felt smooth, but that's just me. Who knows, right? I don't really know. We should be able to see here through some of these replays if it was smooth or how it ended up being, but you know what? Looking back, that I wouldn't be surprised if that was somewhere around 200 feet per minute. I actually probably agree that that's probably about 220 feet per minute. I actually see. We literally put it on the 1,000 footers. There was no messing about on that landing. That was as real as it possibly could have been. But I do agree with that. I do think it's probably around 200 feet per minute. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I would say around 200 feet per minute. Looks good. Yeah. See, Sim Toolkit Pro with that second landing just gave me a 133. Sorry, 131. 133 was the first one, 131 was the second one, so I don't know. External view, yeah, we'll do some external views as well. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, it is that time where we wrap up our live stream, friends. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for this weekend as well, man. It was a lot of fun. We flew the 737, did Fly July with Orbex on Saturday. We did a long haul yesterday from Toronto to Vancouver, and then today wrapping up the week from Vancouver all the way down here to LAX. Always a pleasure being able to land at LAX and shoot these approaches, so absolutely awesome. It's a tough call, man. From the front, it looks like a 230. From the back, it definitely looks like it was softer. I don't know, man. I don't know, chat. What are we thinking? We'll watch one of the outside views. We'll see what we're thinking here. I don't know, man. That's a tough call, dude. From the back view, it looks super smooth. From the front view, it looked like we thumped it a little bit, but I don't know, man. We'll watch from these views. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming to hang out today. I really do appreciate it. For those of you that haven't done so, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Next week, we are back in the Airbus. Going to be flying the Phoenix. I'm very, very much looking forward to being back in Airbus. Going to be flying the Phoenix. Going to be in Europe. We've got all kinds of fun flights planned. I definitely want to check out Stansted again by iniBuilds that was just released. So we'll plan some flights in and out of there. Maybe some EasyJet or something like that. Who knows? But mods, donators, sponsors, thank you all very much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this is possible. Thanks so much for the support, guys. I truly do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely awesome. When are we back in the 7.4? I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of over it with these default planes unless we get some major updates and stuff. They just, I don't know. They're okay. I don't know when we'll be back, man. I don't have an official date of when I'll be back, but let's see what we're looking at here. It's tough to say, man. I honestly think it could be, even the nose came, little bounce there. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide on what you think on that one. We've got two different landing rates. I would honestly say it probably falls right in between them. I would say it's probably in between a 150 and a 250. Probably somewhere in, I would say it was probably almost identical to the one we had yesterday when we landed in when we landed in Vancouver. Probably around there, 180, 200, somewhere around there is probably where I'm putting it. But regardless, was a great landing. Super happy with that one. To everybody else that cannot support the channel using a monetary value, but still comes to hang out stream after stream, thank you as well for being here, man. Everybody building this amazing community with me. It's absolutely incredible. I want to thank you all for the support. You guys are absolutely awesome. I'm off for the next couple of days. Next live stream from me will be on Thursday, back in Europe. Guys, have yourselves a great week. Enjoy your flight sim. Enjoy the other content creators out there. There's tons of amazing content out there. I think XP72 is live tonight or something like that as well. I think I saw earlier when I launched my YouTube. So go and give him some love. Guys, thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy the replays. Have a great week. And I will see you all on Thursday. Happy landings, my friends.